Hello, everyone, and welcome back to another episode of the lovely Behind the Manga podcast. I'm your host, MangaAlerts, joined once again by my lovely co-host, Winter. How are we doing today?
I'm doing good. Doing really good. Yeah.
Good to hear. I'm a bit congested because at work they decided to do construction in a non-ventilated area. I know, very OSHA certified safety there. So if I do like mute in between because I'm coughing my lungs out, but I'm good now. So hopefully, fingers crossed, it doesn't affect the recording too much. But we'll see. We'll see. But today we have a very, very special episode in which we have two returning friends of the podcast. Our lovely friend, translator David Evelyn, and our also other lovely friend, letterer Richmond Torrefranca. Today we'll be discussing their work on many projects they've done, but in this episode we're going to be, coincidentally talking about a specific series that we coincidentally have a shared interest in. Coincidentally, right? Right? Yeah.
I thought you were
So
going to say coincidentally one more time.
No, we're not, because I have to then say this thing 3 times as fast. So the series that we're going to be coincidentally, as I say it again, talk about is Destroy All Humans, They Can't Be Regenerated, a Magic the Gathering manga. And I'm not going to say that 3 times as fast. But anyways, we're not. But we're going to talk about their works today. So let's go ahead and introduce our lovely guests. So hello, David and Richmond. How are both of you doing?
Doing all right.
Hello. Doing all right too.
Heck yeah. You guys ready to coincidentally talk about your work on this manga?
Yeah, I'm ready to coincidentally introduce my coincidental happenstance into this foray into enigmas and whatnot. So yeah.
Yeah, I also have like coincidentally put like all of the manga I have in PDF, so I have talking points. So coincidentally.
Coincidentally.
Exactly right. Exactly right. So now that we were able to coincidentally talk about this stuff, I know, right? Such a shared interest between this group. Could you guys do a quick introduction for those who might be listening for the first time? Richmond, let's go ahead and start with you.
Hello. I'm Richmond. Again, hello again. This is my second time here. I'm a manga letter for a couple of companies, Viz, as you know, for Destroy All Humans, Square Enix, J Novel Club, and much others. And yeah, that's it. We'll talk about more later then.
Ready? Go ahead, David.
Oh, hi. I'm David Evelyn. I'm a manga translator. I work on Destroy All Humans, They Can't Be Regenerated. But I also do a lot of work for other companies. I think most North American manga publishers. Viz Media, I've done Seven Seas, Kodansha. Most recently, the recently founded Kodama Tales, who publish Baki the Grappler, which I work on as well. And I do work for Comics, who are the license holders of Hokuto no Ken and City Hunter, and I do City Hunter, which is published via also recently founded manga publisher Kana. That's out. Both of those are out in print right now. You should pick it up. Quick show. And yeah, I'm inundated with in the manga publishing sphere. So yeah, that's me.
So the way it's going to work is today we're going to be talking about the lovely Destroy All Humans, a Magic the Gathering manga, talking about the behind the scenes of what sort of work both David and Richmond have done to bring this manga into English. So we're going to be pretty much going over generally the roles and then kind of going as we get further into the episode specifics that we have. It's going to be a round robin type of discussion where we're going to ask a general question, then it's either going to be David answering first, then Richmond, then vice versa. And that's pretty much how this episode's going to go until we get to the very end where we have some very fun, super serious questions for everyone. Does that sound good?
Sounds great.
Yep.
So before we begin, Winter, do you want to give us a background as to what is Destroy All Humans?
Sure. Yeah. So in everything he does, it seems like geeky Tokiwagi middle school student Hajime Kano comes in second place behind popular honor student Emi Sawatari. But when Hajime takes a trip to a new game store he's been hearing about, their rivalry takes an unexpected turn. Welcome to the early years of Magic the Gathering, when a trading card game shaped a generation forever.
And how many
That's right.
volumes are currently out right now in English?
7?
I'm so far ahead that I actually do not know. Let me look that up right now.
No, it's
Because I was going to
7.
say by the
I'm currently looking at my shelf if I have like 8 or 9.
I'm pretty sure it's 7 because I have them like all pre-ordered, and like I think I just got 7 like 2 or 3 weeks ago.
Okay, so
Okay.
it probably is 7.
As of recording this, it's 7.
Okay. Because I do remember seeing the cover for 8, but that might have been... I've seen the cover for 8 and 9, so that must be like me remembering stuff that I was doing like a few months ago. So, okay, yeah. Gotcha.
So, hey, if after this episode you want to pick up volumes 1 through 7 as of recording this episode, you can.
Yep.
Shameless plug. We're not sponsored, by the way. We just
And,
coincidentally love.
might
Yes,
I
go
add
ahead.
that
Yes.
every volume comes with a free promo card,
Mm.
and it's
I
usually
wanna
tied
add-
to the story.
I want to connect that the first prints do. Viz makes
The
that
first
very
prints-
clear. Yeah.
They do, because of actually it's on the Amazon listing, but that was actually an error. That wasn't supposed to be in the actual. It wasn't supposed to look so comically long. Because if you go on the website, it says "Destroy all humans; they can't be regenerated." A Magic the Gathering manga, Volume 1, limited edition Magic the Gathering card, including in first printing! Exclamation point. And that wasn't supposed to be there, but it ended up being there anyway. The first printing is very... It lasts for a while, so I don't think you'll be hard pressed to find one with a promo card in it, especially for the later volumes. So.
But hey,
I just
you
wanted
get
to
a
make
free
that
promo
clear.
card.
Yeah.
That is.
Well, I mean,
Yeah.
I think that's what some are doing, because each volume, when it comes out, it hits the US top 20, like best-selling manga.
Yeah, right.
Every time.
And
I'm
then
like, it has. Yeah.
They're like, "Oh yeah, we love this manga." Tosses it away immediately. For all the scalpers. But yeah, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt.
No, you're
No.
good.
You're
No,
good.
go ahead. No, you two
Yeah.
can pop off on this. I mean, this is
No.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, this is just more
you're
of a
working the
free-fall.
manga. Yeah, forget that. We're all we worry about is the stupid
The
ass
cardboard.
cardboard card that's included.
The smell of the
$99
cardboard.
USD.
Yeah.
I haven't even
everyone
opened
loves
mine.
cardboard.
Yeah.
Yeah, same. All my cards are like still in the thing, in the sleeve. So
Yeah.
like it will rot in there forever.
Some Magic the Gathering fan listening to this right now is just in
They're
shambles.
molding. Like,
Yeah.
they're molding.
How do you
like,
have
so
these
hard.
these cards and you're not using them? You haven't even
But
opened
wait
I
a
will tell
minute.
you. I will
kinda
tell you.
wanna
One of my.
Go ahead.
Oh, I'm
Yeah.
sorry. One of my friends did buy the first volume, and he opened the card, and he was subject to the card actually being cut incorrectly, which is a
Oh.
common thing that happens sometimes when you cut cards from the sheet. So half of the card was lopped off, and it was just very funny that it was like his first time buying a Magic the Gathering related thing in like almost like 20 years, and then the first card he ever gets is like cropped off Diabolical Edict. Like, it's just very funny. Very funny state of affairs. But yeah, let's jump into the rest of
Yeah.
it.
I guess
don't
my
wanna-
first non-serious question before we jump into the
Yeah.
real questions is
Skipping around.
hold on.
Mr.
Do you
Long
think-
skipping around. I'm just
No, this guy. Do you think it would ruin the resale value if you graded the manga and the card separately or together?
Oh, that's interesting, because I think that both are evil as hell. But
They are.
I would say
It's all a
that
scam. It's all a scam.
it's like, what level of multi-level scam do you want to be a part of? Do you want to be part of the newly founded multi-level marketing scam, or do you want to be the old guard of multi-level marketing scam. It's just like, take your pick. Like, do you want to invest in the future now, or do you want to invest in the future of the past?
Let's just hope Logan Paul is not hearing this podcast, and I think we'll be fine.
I don't think Logan Paul has the mental capacity to listen to something for more than 5 minutes. So
Yeah, that's
he's
true.
probably
Very true.
well past this.
Yeah. That is true.
So it's fine.
There you go. You heard it here first. All right, so now let's lock in and get into
You
the
heard
real
me
questions.
insult Logan Paul. Awesome. We're already rollicking.
Already
start.
off to a great start, y'all. So
Yeah.
I mean, it's the internet's favorite punching bag, so it's fine.
I mean,
That's right.
someone on here actually got him community noted 4 times straight. It
4
was actually
for 4. 4 for
Yeah.
4.
That's
Hey,
That
awesome.
was all. That was all me. That was all me. I was there waiting. Boom, boom, boom. Anyway, all right, we're not here to talk about Logan Paul. We're here to talk about what
Let's
is
Destroy
not
all
talk
humans.
about Logan Paul.
about no. Hold on. Destroy all humans. They can't be regenerated. A Magic the Gathering manga, limited edition Magic the Gathering card included in the first printing. Gotta get it correct.
That's true. Appreciate it, Ben.
Of course. Very punctual.
Yeah. You're gonna once we say that title, we need to tell that to everyone. So the full title needs to be told. Nothing else.
Absolutely.
Oh,
It's
dear
your
Lord.
guys' baby. We need to make sure everyone knows it. Absolutely.
Right.
For listeners who are not familiar with the process, could you walk us through what each of your roles are and how you collaborate together on a project? So, David, let's go ahead and start with you.
Yeah. So, normally, right? Normally, I would be in charge of the translation of, the main body of the book, which is like, everything in the panels and like sound effects and stuff like that. That's what I would usually do in a manga. I would type all that into a Word document, and then it would get sent to the letterer, which is Richmond, and then I would never have to look at the manga ever again until the next volume comes around. That's a normal process. Richmond, would you corroborate with that? Would that be the normal process? Like,
Yeah, it's the normal process for a normal
cool.
manga.
For a normal manga, that's the normal process. That is not the process that we do here at Destroy All Humans That Cannot Be Regenerated, limited edition, first printing, whatever the other stuff was. We instead, I translate a script, and the script goes to my editor, Joel Enos. I've worked with Joel. He was my first editor at Viz. Worked on Tokyo Ghoul Rizaki, the illustration book by Soyu Yoshida. And he will go over it and do his editing thing. But in the meantime, so before I even send him the script, I do translation notes. And I there's a lot of translation notes because I brought it up to him when I was initially brought onto the process. And I guess I should explain that, but I will after I finish this thought. I brought it up to him, like, there is way too much in this manga to consign to the gutters, as a quick gutter note, because then there are also gutter notes in the actual manga that were there from the original Japanese that explained rule things for the Magic of the Gathering, and if we did that, it would just look like a mess. And he agreed, and he got it. He got Wizards to sign off. Wizards of the Coast, the parent company, to sign off on it, and that's how we have all the wonderful translation notes that you see in the back of each volume of the manga. Now, with that, I have to do all those by myself, and usually I look online and stuff like that, and I'll go into that later. But basically, how we got the project was my friend who no longer works at Viz. His name is Evan Galloway. Shouts out to you, homie. I don't know if you're still kicking, but he essentially got the license, and then immediately texted me going like, "Hey, I have something that's right up your alley," and I'm like, "Oh, really?" So When he told me what it was, I was like, oh my god, this is everything I've ever wanted ever, aside from the workload. And that's the part that kind of kills you at the end. But he basically like it was I wouldn't say it was a gift. It was more like here's this boulder, roll this up the hill, Sisyphus. Um, and yeah, and then I had to tell my editor Joel to keep the title the way it was because it's a reference to the Magic the Gathering card Wrath of God, specifically Wrath of God after fifth edition, which before that it said bury all creatures, but then after fifth edition into sixth edition, it read destroy all creatures, they cannot be regenerated, or they can't be regenerated. So that's the name of the title. If anyone was wondering why the title is so weird, that's why. It's a reference to Wrath of God.
Interesting.
Yeah, yeah. So and for this manga, because I'm technically the only aficionado on Magic, you know, Joel played casually, and like a few other people have dabbled in it, but I'm probably the only sycophant that's been around for a while, long enough to played in some of the eras that they're talking about. So I'm kind of like the de facto fact checker as well, and
Mm.
also I do the after Richmond has lettered the manga, I will sometimes look over just to see if there are any inconsistencies, because sometimes they will edit over lines that they don't think make any sense, but actually do make sense if you look at the glossary that's in the back of the book for the translation notes.
So, hey,
So,
real quick, sorry to interrupt, but when you say
no
they will,
problem.
so when you say like they will edit over, like who's they?
They is usually like anybody involved in the QA process. So
Gotcha. Okay.
after Joel goes over it, it's actually passed over to he works with an adapter, who will then make further edits to punch up things, and then they if that person actually edits over something that was kind of crucial, then I would have to like look over that to make sure that there was consistency. Because there have been instances where the adapter or someone in the QA process, which is usually another uh, editor within the same department as Joel or the rest of the team,
Hmm.
will edit over a joke, and it'll completely ruin something. And then I have to like kind of, guide them and say, hey, you should probably change it back, or like this should probably not be like this. That's not the right card name. This is actually a reference to this card name. Something that, because they were doing it without like knowledge of like the note, or like there was something that they just didn't really look over. So basically, it's like quality assurance, quality
Hmm.
assurance. Like I'm doing a second pass of quality assurance to ensure thematic consistency. So that's like why it's a very weird process. And then that means that there's like a second and third round of lettering, and that usually is when they'll look over stuff even more. Joel and the rest of the QA people will look over things even more, and then he'll shoot feedback back to me. They'll shoot feedback back to him, and vice versa until the whole volume is in its final pass, where it's good enough to be shipped out to the printers. And I'm probably, there's probably some blanks in there, but that's pretty much the wild, wacky process that this specific manga goes through. And I'm gonna throw it to Richmond, because he probably has some other stuff that he can actually fill in as well. So I'll let you take it, Richmond.
Go ahead,
So
go for it.
hello again. So yeah, for the normal manga, you do like the normal text boxes, thoughts, SFX, and all over the touching because it is a Viz manga. But again, this is not a normal manga. This is Destroy All Humans, a Magic the Gathering manga. I forgot the rest. But yeah, but
Excellent.
yeah. It's not a normal manga because you have cards, booster packs, boxes. All of those have to be localized. So
Yeah.
imagine the art, the card text being all in Japanese, but what you see right now in your hands, if you have the book, it's all in English. So it's a lot to process, but we have to put we have to put the cards in English over the Japanese. So you can imagine the process it takes. It's a lot. I can't explain all of it because it's just too long. It involves a lot of manipulating the card text, manipulating the main card, erasing things, then uh, putting uh, putting a filter because normal cards don't look like very manga. So you need to put a filter on it, which is another thing to do. But yeah, it's a lot of processes to make this manga look good in English because if you don't, all the cards will be in Japanese and no one can understand what the heck is happening. And
Right.
you need to read the cards to like imagine you need to read the cards to know its effects because sometimes the the main characters or the characters explain the cards and their effects, and sometimes you want to know more. So you need to read the effects because they do a lot of combos in this manga,
Mhm.
like card combos. If it's basically a card that affects another card and it just chains together. So yeah, it's a lot of that. It's basically put everything in English that you can because that's the way that it has to be. So it's a very hard manga to do. A lot of processes have to work on it that isn't normally in normal manga because it's full on localization.
And I might want to add something that
Mhm.
so in order for Richmond to know which card, because these cards are very old and Magic the Gathering had changed their card borders, like for like the cards themselves look different
Mhm.
depending
Because
on which.
each revision is
Yeah,
have like stuff like
yeah,
no art, no. Sometimes they change like the card text, right?
Yeah.
yeah. Card text also gets changed, so it's like constantly, like, a card from Ice Age will look different from a card, or Alpha Beta will look different from something that's from 2023. That was also another thing that I had to relay to the editors, because in the beginning they didn't really know how they were going to do it.
Mhm.
At first, they had like their design people do it. The design person, I forget his name, but he's an in-house guy, if I remember correctly, and they stopped doing that after like volume two, so it was up to the letterer to do it. And I make a every volume I do a card notes. Like, there's
Mhm.
my normal translation notes, and then there's like a card notes page, and the card notes have a picture of the corresponding card in the corresponding set slash expansion, and also a link to a high quality image of it, which I also have to pull in order to give to relay to Richmond, so he can do what he just said he does every volume.
Mhm.
So it's a very time consuming process, to say the least. And it there's over like at least 50 cards a volume almost sometimes, between cards played and cards just featured. So and then Richmond has to do his magic, God bless him, because between that and just the general nuances of this specific manga, it's very time consuming and hard, I would say. So
Yeah, gotcha. It definitely seems like it really is. I just felt like that with like the translator notes at the back for each one. But yeah,
You
I
just need to
definitely,
remember everything is in Japanese. So if it's in English, we had to do something to make it in English.
yeah.
exactly. Yeah. Yeah. Uh,
uh,
I think a quick follow-up question I had was, David, it's mostly to you if you happen to know, why is, like, you had mentioned that like the adapter will take a second pass after
yeah.
it goes through.
Yeah.
everyone. But so why aren't they given like your translation notes or something as references?
Oh, they are.
Oh, they are?
They are.
Okay.
Yeah, they are. Just sometimes they just choose not to read them or look at them or acknowledge them. Sometimes I don't know
Gotcha.
why. I will literally have correspondence where I just say like, I think there was a really I don't want to out anybody here, but I got a correspondence that was like, what does this mean in this panel? And it was Kano pedaling on his bike and singing a song. He was like, "Just wild beat,"
Be
and like,
communicate. Sorry.
yeah. And he didn't like they didn't know what that was, and they even asked their boss, and they said like, "I don't know what this is. You have to ask the translator." And it was a note that I left. I left in the. It was in the back of the volume. It was in the notes that I gave them. They just didn't check them. This is like volume 1, so I guess
Yep.
this was like they weren't really like privy to the whole like, oh, we might have to check the notes thing just yet. So, but they are given my notes. Yeah, I just think that like earlier on they didn't really check them as thoroughly as probably they should have.
Yeah.
So then like some confusion came. They're a lot better about it now, but you still get the occasional oddity where I have to like clarify it and tell them, no, this does make sense. Just trust the process essentially.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Gotcha. And I guess that kind of makes sense because a lot of Viz's manga doesn't have they don't have translator notes, and maybe for the most part maybe it's too presumptuous to say, but many of them
Yeah.
don't need it, I guess, right? Like I feel like
Yeah.
most of the Shonen Jump line, most of the Shoujo Beat line, most of the Viz
Yeah.
shit, like they don't need it. But
No,
this is
no.
one, yeah, like this is one that definitely does. But so I guess thinking like on their side, it's like, well, if 95% of the manga that we get, that we have to work on, like adapt and stuff,
Yeah.
don't have translation notes, or they're just like, the honorifics and stuff like that, then,
Yeah.
maybe I don't need to look at that. And, for this one now, of course, like
And
you said, it's, it's
yeah.
different, but, I'm just
Yeah.
thinking maybe that's what they were thinking.
And actually, on a funny note, we actually did have honorifics in the beginning,
Mhm.
but they actually they chopped them off like very late in the game. Actually, it was like late in the like round 3 of lettering for volume 1. They decided to just like axe all of the honorifics, which led to some weird things that I had to like go back and change because they did that without my knowledge. And so I had to
Oh.
like tell them like, well, now since you've chopped the honorifics off, you have to like add English honorifics for some people. Like there's a guy in the manga called Gobu-san, and
Mhm.
his name would be Gobu if Gob. And so like if you chop off the san, he's just Gob, and you would probably have to add like a Mister in front of that, right? Or like Ito-san is like the manager's wife, and they chopped that off, chopped up the san, so then now she's just Ito, which is like you should probably put a Mrs. in front of that, right? So there were like a few things like that I had to like retroactively fix because they don't like letter the manga, put the manga out, and then it's like for print. Usually it's like there's a few other rounds of like before pre-press have to go through. So I was able to fix all that, thankfully. Some of it's still kind of. I think in later printings they'll fix a few of the things that got tweaked wrong, but
Mhm.
no one look at that. No one look at the everyone look at the keys. Look at the keys.
Look at the card. Look at the card in the back. Look at the
card. Look, ooh, card shiny. Ooh, yeah.
Oh, shiny cardboard.
Ooh, distracting. Yeah. So yeah. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to
Oh no, you're good.
steal
You're
the spotlight
good.
from you.
It's
Oh
all
no,
good.
that's
No.
exactly what we want. Hey, you're
Exactly. Yeah.
fulfilling the yapping quota for this episode and exceeding it more, which we want. So
Yeah.
there you go.
Okay. But so to lead to the next question, I mean, this might be a quick one, but did either so let's starting with actually either one of you did either of you
Mhm.
have knowledge of Katsura Issei or Takuma Yokota, both creators of the
Mm.
series, or any of their previous work? Were you knowledgeable of any of their previous works before being assigned to this series?
I mean, it's pretty obvious. The one
Y-
with the anime
Yeah.
right now and
Huh?
the infamous
Yeah. I was about to say
the Onani.
that one. That one,
Yeah,
That
yeah.
one.
That was a famous one.
I mean, I mean, most manga readers I know like read that. I think
I
like
have
it's
not.
part of.
I know of it, and because it did show up on Barnes and Noble's listing for
Yeah.
recently, but I just knew that it was something that was people are just like, oh boy,
S-
that one.
Yeah. Yeah. So like funny with that series, uh, which is we're talking about Onani Master
Yeah.
Kurosawa. Um, that series was like a web only series, and then um, it had like a sequel slash compilation called Catcher in the Toilet because they couldn't like bring that series to Amazon or anything like that because of the title.
Hmm.
You can't put, you know, Masturbation Master Kurosawa on Amazon, so they like reissued it as like I think it was like Onani or something like that. So you can find it on like Japanese Amazon as that title. Um,
Oh.
and then yeah, I think there's like some effort to try and like there was like some Amazon listing, right? Recently. And then I don't know how they're gonna get away with that, but
Knowing
good
who
luck
it
to them with
is,
that.
knowing who it is, I know they'll find a way.
No, no, no. I know. Listen, I know.
Yeah, yeah,
But it was just funny. And
yeah.
also Ponkotsu Fuiki Ponkotsu Fuki. I obviously that has an anime right now.
Yeah, it has an
Um
anime.
yeah, which is good hope. Hope I, this also gets an anime. This is also in that wheelhouse, right?
Hmm. Yeah.
Hope,
Yeah,
Magic the
if we
Gathering.
have a YGO anime, we need a Magic the Gathering anime. It's pretty
Yeah.
obvious. Hello.
Oh yeah,
I could see it,
for sure.
especially with like Wizard of the Coast really wanting to like boost a lot of their stuff. I could see them trying to get an anime off the ground for this
And
to bring in
also
more people.
the art style is very anime friendly.
Hmm.
Very angular and simplified designs and stuff like that. So I think it would work really well because Ponkotsu looks really good. Um, and it just makes me think like, oh, if there was an anime for this, it'd look pretty, sick. But uh, wishful thinking, hopefully.
Yeah.
Then it turns to Magic cards, which have very different art styles, which is gonna be
Yeah, no, I want to
something
see the
pretty.
dichotomy. I want to.
Yeah.
Yeah, it would be tight. I hope to God that they use like the crappiest CG ever. I want to see like all the jank. I want to see like endless worm CG and just looking absolutely scuffed. I want to see it. No, I'm kidding, of course, but part of me is a sycophant. So
Gotcha.
if it's like Doro Hedoro like season 1, it will be good.
Okay.
It'll be fine. I'll be okay with it.
Okay. Gotcha.
Yeah.
Oh, so Richmond, kind of the same. Was it the same title, the Onani Master? Was
Yeah.
that the one that
Yeah,
for you
because
as well?
back in the time where I read like scans because
Yeah.
I can read Japanese, so I read scans of that because
Hmm.
every one of my friend group was like, "Oh, you need to read this if you're reading manga," and I'm like, "Oh, sure, why not?" Then that's my first foray on their work. Then I saw the art for Magic, Destroy All Humans, a Magic the Gathering manga,
Hmm.
etc., etc. When I saw it, I was like, "Oh, this looks like familiar," which was
Hmm.
like very true because it is on Onani Master Kurosawa. So that's
Yep.
just one of my first. Uh, when I saw it, it's like, oh, that's kind of cool. But yeah, my first work for them is Onani, then the Ponkotsu one, which has an anime right now.
Yeah. Funny enough, the so Onani Master is by the duo of Katsura Yusei and Takuma Yokota, but Yokota is credited as Yoko in Kurosawa. I guess he was. I don't know the specifics of why he used a pen name, but or like a different pen name. I'm not too sure if that's even his real name. But the Ponkotsu one is actually just Yokota on his own. That's like his own manga. So the writer, because Issei is the writer and Yokota is the artist.
Mhm.
So on Ponkotsu, it's just him solo. Just wanted to make that distinction.
Gotcha. Alerts, I think you have the next question.
Okay. I guess we kind of did touch on it a little bit before, but were either of you knowledgeable on Magic the Gathering or any TCG before working on the series? Let's go with the one who I don't entirely know if you were. David, let's go ahead and start with you. Were you?
I have absolutely no idea what is a TCG. Trading trading club game.
Something like that, yeah.
Okay, yeah, I don't know what that shit is. Uh, I'm
What are these shiny things in cardboard, and why are they
yeah,
freaking expensive?
Yeah, apparently
the
they're worth
only
money now. Apparently.
Yep.
Apparently.
I don't know why you want to buy a pack of bicycle playing cards, but it's fine. No, I'm totally being facetious. I've been a big trading card game dude since I want to say like the early 90s. Not the early 90s, late 90s, because I wasn't really cognizant of anything back then, except a few scattered things I didn't know about. But since the late 90s, I would say like 98, 99, when I started playing like a bevy of card games. So Magic, Pokemon, Yu-Gi-Oh, pretty much being my bread and butter from then on, and a lot of other smattered card games. I even played some of the weird English only card games that came out around the same time, like the first edition of the Dragon Ball Z card game, and
Oh yeah, me too.
oh, okay, cool, the one with the scouters and stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then I played like there was like the Yu Yu Hakusho one, and then there
I
was
had that too.
there was Hero versus from the same like Upper Deck, the same people that were like at the time doing Yu-Gi-Oh in English. They were printing it in English, and so there's a whole bevy of card games that I was like very much interested in. But I think like I narrowed it down to essentially just Yu-Gi-Oh at a certain point, because the rest of them were like it was so hard to like play so many different card games, that I just like kind of, okay, I really want to get, I really like playing Yu-Gi-Oh the best, because it doesn't take as long, and I can find more people to play in my area at the time. So yeah, like I'm pretty knowledgeable about most card games, even though like the weird obscure ones, I have like a passing ancillary knowledge of it. So
Gotcha.
Gotcha.
yeah.
And Richmond, what about you?
I'm
Or do you
pulling
have
up
anything
my
else to say?
Steam.
Watch
I'm
out,
pulling
yeah,
up my
watch out,
Steam.
your
Let's
Steam.
see. Let's Jewel Links 150 hours, and then Master Jewel is like 250. So
Only 250?
in Master Jewel, well, this is my new account. This was my new
Oh,
account.
Okay.
When I
Your new
played like
account. Okay.
when I played older Master Jewel, I think I got another 150 there. So I'm on and
hmm.
off on Yu-Gi-Oh. I just play Master Jewel because I like putting my freaking waifu decks against top tiers and shitting on them.
Yes,
Yes.
Yeah, yeah. My not bottom tier labyrinth deck. Yeah, not top tier at all.
it's fine. Bottom
But yeah,
tier, struggling
bottom
in
tier.
the
Yeah,
struggling in the low ELO. Just
struggling to get support where it got support.
yeah,
Basics. But yeah,
definitely.
uh, I basically play a lot of Yu-Gi-Oh! Master Jewel because it's hard to play like locally here in physical form because
Mhm.
it's so far away from me. The gathering is like 2 hours away. If you want to play during the weekend, I'm like, I don't have time to commute or drive 2 hours away. I'm sorry. I love
Yeah.
Yu-Gi-Oh, but I hate traffic more. So there's that. But yeah, most of my experience is just Yu-Gi-Oh. But I collect some Pokemon cards when I was a kid, and I think probably spent a good amount of that when I was a kid and lost all of it. So, oh, the investments, the money that I could
Yeah.
have made.
I actually I used to play Pokemon. I think my second most played game after Yu-Gi-Oh was actually Pokemon, and I went to a few tournaments, specifically the ones in New Jersey. There was a big event called the Super Trainer Showdown,
Mhm.
and it was in the Meadowlands, and that's like a very um, uh, close to me tournament because it was like the last one of the last ones I went with my dad when he was still alive. So I have very fond memories of him taking me out there and using his camcorder to, take my, tape my duels with smelly kids who were always sweaty and use the sweaty decks. So uh, I just wanted to pepper that in there.
Oh, but I also like just recently experienced my first card show
Oh,
accidentally, and I freaking hated it. It was all Pokemon cards, and they're all slabbed.
oh,
If it's not,
Mm.
yeah, it was, and they were all like graded. I'm like,
Mm.
what the fuck am I looking at? Everything.
oh,
When I check the prices, back away slowly. There's
yeah,
yeah,
Yeah.
I
too
hear
rich for
you.
my blood. Yeah, it's amazing like how big the TCG is, but there's a thing that's called too big. That was an experience.
Mm.
Yeah, it's crazy nowadays. It's more for profit than it is for pleasure. But
Oh yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
what can you do?
All right.
Oh, in any case, I
Yeah.
have like 100K yen Dark Magician Girl card, so there's that. Whoo!
Well,
Yeah.
hold on
Right.
now, hold on. Don't out yourself like that. Don't out yourself like
Yeah, I
that
know. I
because
was
you
looking
never
at
know.
that.
Hey! I pulled that very luckily. I pay.
He did.
I bought one pack. I told David I got
Yeah,
one
he did.
pack. I thought I got.
He like
I
messaged me at like 5 a.m. my time. He's like, "Holy shit!" And I was like, "Oh god." Yeah,
I was like,
it was pretty funny.
I just wanted the normal like basic one. Then
Mhm.
Yeah,
I got the ultra rare one. I was like, holy fuck, how much is this? Check the site, 100K yen. Fuck, that's a lot of
yeah,
money.
yeah.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah,
that's a lot of money.
that's a lot of money that we need to make sure that we're protecting our investments and make sure that you have extra security after this episode. That's just
Yes.
Yeah,
Yep.
extra security. It's in my closet, so you know.
okay. Okay.
Yeah.
Great. We here at Behind
Yeah,
the Manga are not responsible for any sort of actions against your super expensive art, by the way.
that's ominous. We are not responsible if someone mugs you from behind and takes your
Hey,
games.
hey, we never said any of that. That's
Right.
putting
We're
words
just
in our
covering
mouth,
our
Dave.
asses here.
Yeah.
Hey, I'm reading subtext. I am a translator after all. That's my job.
Ah,
So,
that's
That's
right.
true.
That's right.
Yeah,
That
you
is
got us
true.
there.
You got them darn translators always getting us. Man.
yeah, too woke.
Okay, so for the next question is um so what was your reaction when you found out you were assigned to this series? Let's start
Okay.
with David.
Yeah. So I kind of went over it
Mhm.
before, but I was ecstatic to take the series. Like I was like, oh my god, this is perfect. Because it has everything. It has card games. It has late '90s referential like gags. Uh, it has pretty much everything that I would ever. It has like a rom com.
Mhm.
I'm a secret rom com fan. I work on a surprisingly large amount of rom coms, which is hilarious, romantically hilarious. But yeah, no, I was ecstatic, and it was because one of my best friends. I failed to mention Evan. I met Evan through, and I may have mentioned this before, but we met because we were both Yu-Gi-Oh fans, and this was sort of like I'm probably putting words into his mouth, but I feel like it was a apology letter to me for like being screwed out of like working on every Yu-Gi-Oh series that has been put out in the last like maybe 10 years that just no one wants to work on, I guess. So it's sort of like, hey, you like card games, son? And it's like, yes, daddy. And I took it because I'm like, still like Magic the Gathering. Like,
Mhm.
I played on Arena just recently, and I used to play back in 2005, 2004 to 2005, and I also played like a little bit in 2000.
Mhm.
But that was like around the time when I was like trying to like trim my card game diet to just a few games, and it was a little bit more expensive back then. And I played around 2005, 2006. Played the janky sliver variant that won Worlds, I think, that year. Um, and yeah, I was ecstatic. Just because like there's such a breadth of information in this manga, whether it's vintage magic, which is always hilarious, just to see like they went over like some of the MoMA, like the Mind of Matter combos, which are just hilarious because there's like it's the definition of uh,
Mhm.
solitaire magic, and just a whole bunch of other stuff. Uh, the first unglued set and stuff like that. It's just like a time capsule if you remember Magic the Gathering in any way, shape, or form from back then, and also if you were a millennial growing up, or like even Gen Xer growing up around that time period. There's just like a little bit of something for everyone. They pepper a lot of stuff in there. So yeah, I was
Mhm.
to put it short, I was hyped. I was very very hyped for this series.
All right. What about for you, Richmond?
So like if you know, there's volume 1 to 3 are like very different letters.
Yeah.
There's a reason for there's a reason for that
Yeah.
because because of how darn hard it is to
Yeah,
localize it.
Mhm.
I
Yeah.
guess should we like go over that because we really didn't
Yeah.
touch
We
on
could.
that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Let's do
go
it.
for it.
Yeah. Let's do it. Yeah.
Yeah.
So uh, this series started off with oh my god, what is her name? Joanna Esp. Yeah, yeah. I think she also does Trillion Game and a few other
Oh.
series.
Okay.
I think she does Trillion Game. Um, so she was the first one to work on, and that's when I would told you like in the first volume there was a different workflow where the letterer would do exclusively the lettering, typesetting, and the redraw
Mhm.
for like the sound effects.
Retouch. Mm.
Yeah, the retouch. I'm sorry, I said redraw.
Well,
Casual.
it's basically the same.
Yeah,
I
Basically
was
the
just gonna
same.
ask
but
that. It's
it's not the terminology we use in the business. It's just like oh, it's a that word
It's
bubble.
not typesetting, it's lettering.
It's
right.
lettering. Yeah, yeah, which you have to break down into parts anyway. But yeah, so on this project, Joanna was the first letterer, and she did her thing, and then like the designer guy, and I can't remember his name at the moment. I think he works on Detective Conan in some capacity for Viz,
I
and
see there.
he
There's for volume one. There's design is Michelle Lamb.
no, she does the interior stuff. She does like
Uh.
basically like the translation notes page and the cover. She's like the cover guy, cover lady. I'm sorry. And but there was another guy. I don't know if
Mm,
he was credited because I don't think they really knew what to credit him as.
okay. I don't
Um,
see. I see
I would
someone
have to.
Ron Spencer, but
That might be it. That might be it.
okay,
Ron
because they
Spencer. I
they
think
have him
that's
for
it.
the because they have him credited. This I'm looking at volume one. They have him credited for like the promo card included in the first printing.
Oh no, that's yeah, that's for Diabolical Edict.
Yeah.
Ron There's a his name is very similar to Ron Spencer. It's something I would have to look it up later. But
Gotcha.
basically, he was involved with a little bit of the card aspect of it, of pasting in the cards. That changed as of Volume 2 when Brandon, our friend of the show, your friend and mine, Brandon Bovia, he took it up in Volume 2. And Brandon had a few issues that he had to sort through, and he wasn't able to really go on to Volume 3. He actually had some help in between Volume 2 with another friend of mine, Kyla Smith. Kyla, she works with me on Gokuraku Guy as the letterer,
Mm.
and a few other. Basically, had like some all-star help to finish out Volume 2, and then Volume 3 is when Amethyst, I think, was taking on, and that's when they started doing like the system of you will take one manga volume odd numbered, and you will take the other one that is even numbered. And so that's how Richmond works on every even volume. And another letterer, her name is Nicole. She works on every odd numbered volume. um, so, and that's where we are right now.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So yeah, so
So
yeah,
if you, yeah,
because of that, I got an email telling me that if I'm free, eh, I can do the manga. So because I like TCG, I like card games, and
yeah,
I couldn't work on Yu-Gi-Oh because there's no Yu-Gi-Oh manga left. It's like
sure.
this is the next big thing. I'll take it. I'll take it. And I also like the art style, and I've known about this manga for a good amount of time because it floated on on my friend circles. So we all knew this. So and they were so excited for me when I got it. So I'm happy for that. But yeah, it was just the amount of people just pass. Oh look, Richmond's free. Oh, so so me and my masochistic side of doing hard shit, I accepted. Yeah, but yeah, the workflow change and finally, I think we got it to at volume 6. I don't know uh if David had problems in volume 6, but for me at volume 6 it was like, okay, I know what to do right, and I had the workflow for me at least. I had the workflow to a T. So
So,
it,
Okay.
volume around Volume 6 is where things started to normalize. Because I feel like volumes 1 through 4, those are like usually the test bed volumes, because those are the ones that usually you get your 1 and 2, and those are usually the ones that will go up on sale at the same time, right? And
Hmm.
then you get your 3 and 4, which go up a little bit afterwards, right? So they always come out on like a Tuesday, right?
Yep.
So like those 4 volumes up until 5, they were still trying to like iron out some of the wrinkles. Like there was a whole thing about like the gutter notes in the series where like they have like card explanation or like rule explanations, right? And
Hmm.
when I initially did them, I kind of mimicked how they looked in the Japanese version, which was they have a asterisk essentially, and it's like the number 1 plus um, the note, the name of the note plus the note afterwards. If you look at the volumes, you'll see it. But like they didn't quite know how to do that, like what format they wanted, and I think that we didn't really straighten that out until like volume 7. Like it was very straight because it's like, oh, do you put the superscript 2 because it's like numbered, so it's like 1, 2, 3
it
every
was
time,
like
and
on
for
or before the word. So it was like very confusing.
right. Yeah. So it was like, do you put it before the word or do you put it after the word? Do you put it after punctuation? Do you put it? These are the little, tiny little fucked up things that no one cares about when you read a manga, but we care about because we're a bunch of semantics perverts. I don't know. We just we love the little tiny
Yep.
intricacies that no one in their right mind would ever think about. No one cares about where the M dash is, where or like where superscript 1 or 2 goes. Like no one cares about that except us. But God damn it, we care about it, and that's what's important. But yeah. But to Richmond's note, yeah, around volume 5 is where things started to like level out.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't know if Richmond wanted to add any more to,
No,
his,
no, no.
to his answer.
Yeah.
Okay.
We all love Yu-Gi-Oh. That's it.
We love Yu-Gi-Oh working on this.
We
Magic
love
the Gathering manga.
Yu-Gi-Oh.
We're
We
gonna
love
get
Yu-Gi-Oh.
crucified.
Yep.
We're gonna get crucified. Like they're gonna be like,
Yeah.
this is the worst manga about podcast about a Magic the Gathering manga ever. Like fake fans.
Better protect your card now. You better after this episode. I better see that card like locked up in some like Fort Knox.
Yeah. Well, they're already gonna crucify me for like mistaking Ron Spencer's name. It's just like blasphemy because he's like one of the most famous Magic the Gathering artists. That's also another faux pas, but I digress.
Gotcha. I think alerts. You can go to the next question.
The big one, yeah, it's the big question here. So, Destroy All Humans is deeply rooted in '90s Japanese culture, from anime to commercials. Could you walk us through your research process for translating these topics and making sure the reader understands each of these references that's present throughout the manga?
Yeah. So, so I'm a weird guy. I'm a weird guy. So, I used to be like really into going on Japanese BBS boards, like bulletin boards, and I was a inhabitant of Nico Nico Doga, and a lot of what I picked up about like Japanese pop culture was from that time period, or even late, or even prior to that, because that was like when Nico Nico Doga was like really big into remix culture, and that you would get the Mads, which would have like all sorts of like commercials and old Japanese variety shows being mixed together, and so and on 2 Channel and stuff like that, they would always reference like, old Japanese celebrities or like modern Japanese celebrities at the time, which were like 2000s. So I have an eclectic mix of information about Japanese pop culture, which kind of starts in like 1970 or 1969 and ends at about like 2008. And which is perfect for this series, because I if I don't know something, I will at least like it'll be familiar enough for me to go on a Google hunt. And usually my Google hunt foo is pretty good. I have like I have a like a 98.2% success rate with my Google food. And specifically for this series, it was in like the late 90s, and I lived through that period, and I didn't live through it in Japan, but I did live through it vicariously through like old T1 internet. So I was able to identify a lot of stuff just offhand, and then even if I can't identify it offhand, I do my due diligence and I research it, it more, because I'm making notes. This is not just like me railing off Snapple facts because I, want to prove how cool I look to other nerds. I actually do want to like make sure that my work is indicative of my research ability to convey information to the readers. So and also the series has up until like a volume 13 had a very good website of like people of like who noted some of the references in each volume, but they would still miss a lot. It wasn't like complete or anything like that, but it was a good jumping off point if I ever like found it online, because I usually when I Google foo something, it's like it'll pop up. But specifically for some things, I had to just look beyond that, or do extra research. Funny enough, there was I think it was like the first volume. It's a interstitial page that has like 3 characters, and then their names are like Michi, Sachi, and what's the other one's name? There were 3 of them, but Michi and Sachi are like they're part of a big debacle between a, uh, a socialite named Sachio Nomura and the uh, the actress who was married to the owner of the Tigers, the baseball team, the Hanshin Tigers, the manager. I'm sorry, of the Hanshin Tigers, Katsuya Nomura,
Hmm.
and they had like a very long-standing, and very ugly public feud. It spanned from like 1999 to 2001. And that was like some of the things I had to look up. And this is just like an interstitial page. Like it's like you would miss it if you like flip through the pages too fast. It's like at the very end of the book. They just like, oh, these are the names of the characters. Like it's there's Michi and there's Sachi, and I think it's Shoko. Shoko was the other one.
Hmm.
And so like stuff like that, and then like they would have to be because you can't really find that on English Wikipedia or like English Google. You have to like specifically search for it in Japanese, and then you get like a ton of hits. So my editor Joel would go to Wizards of the Coast to get things approved, and they wanted to make sure that I wasn't just making shit up. So I had to like provide them with like newspaper articles, like that I like would pull up and like give them, so that they were just like, "Hey, is this like for real?" Because we don't want to get sued for like, the way that I like would phrase it, like it was like a very ugly public feud or whatever, like, so it's like not slander or whatever. So I was like, no, 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 this is actually very it's been compiled, in newspapers and, like, credible sources. So I had to like provide some of that just in case, like, they
Hmm.
to cover our asses, need be. For stuff like
Hmm.
that, I'm like, that's like some extra like research that I would have to do. In the story, like sans the notes. Like if we ignore the notes, I try to make it so that the dialogue doesn't seem too weird. Like you'll know that it's like, oh, this has to be a reference. So
Yeah.
then it'll make you want to check if there's like a, in the glossary or anything like that. And I tried to do that for even like with more recently, with the manga I'm working on, Someone Hurts. There's a ton of referential humor in that. It's a ton of like pop culture stuff, and some of it I adapt. And the same for like in Destroy All Humans. I'll try to adapt what I can, and then what I literally can't, because it's like referencing someone very specific, I
Hmm.
will, you know, save it for a note in the back of the book, which I'm afforded in this series. Not in Someone Hurts. Someone Hurts, I just have to eat shit, eat crow, like just I just have
Right.
to just do whatever, right? Do whatever I can.
Until it
Um,
hopefully gets a volume release or something, then you can
oh
tack it
yeah,
on.
and I can beg for more translation notes.
Yeah.
Please,
Hey, there
please
you
give me
go.
more work. Um, oh, I need more work to do. I'm not busy. But but yeah, I do like some slight localization here and there where it's just like, it's not really worth noting as a something in the back of the book. It's already crammed enough as it is. But like most of the stuff, I'll just try and like, this is a reference to blah 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 blah. You know,
Hmm.
which you've seen. If you see the back of the book, it's like it looks crazy as hell.
I mean,
Like
no, you're
every
right.
volume.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
it's interesting. Yeah, no, I do like that. I do, at least, when I've looked at it and everything, yeah, it's really detailed. I think the one that was kind of funny to me was like looking at volume one right here, where like
Yeah.
the Square Enix stuff, or sorry, the Squaresoft at this
Yes. Squaresoft
stuff, like
at the time.
yeah, like, when they talked about for Final Fantasy VII, they said, "Oh, Soldier First Class" is a reference to Cloud's former rank and Soldier. And at first, my brain, because I'm diehard Final Fantasy fan, which probably has now the Dragon Quest fans wanting to jump me, probably the Persona and Trails fans wanting to jump me too, but
Yeah.
that's a different story. But
Yeah.
like, I looked at that, I was like, does that really need a translator now? Like, wait, no, you are so deep in Final Fantasy, don't even. And
Right.
then then the other one I think was like a little bit later on. I see one with for Xenogears, and that's Xenogears is I really love that game. I really enjoyed that game,
Right.
and I saw that there, and I was like, oh yeah, because they mentioned that. I'm like, but was that no? That's even a deep cut within people who have surface level RPG knowledge. So yeah,
Yeah.
no, that's needed there.
Yeah.
But
So I didn't
yeah,
try to like discriminate between like what people might know and what people might not know because
yeah,
we're millennials, right? Or like I'm a millennial and
so am
I don't
I.
know the rest of them. So yeah, so like we know these things because they were like things that we knew growing up and have kind of like survived in the cultural zeitgeist um since they came out, right?
Yeah.
But some people might not know what exactly those are. It's like there was one for Puffy Amiyumi, like I put in there, and I think it was the first volume. Like I know what that is, and it was very popular even in the States at the time. But like I
Yep.
don't know if like a person that reads this might have any passing knowledge in it. So I tried not to be as I tried to not be so assuming
Yeah.
with that. You know what I mean? It only makes sense to try and include everything. I think I even included one for like I can't remember which volume it was, but I think it was like an American actress. Was it Kate Bennett? No, it couldn't have been her.
I mean,
Um,
there's the two bald guys, so you know.
oh
Oh
God.
yeah, fuck. I just remembered that
Oh,
the thing we had to do for them.
go
Oh
ahead. Go,
yeah.
please. Tell him. Tell
Oh
him. Tell
yeah.
him.
So
Mhm.
there's two
Volume one.
actors in wait, volume 6 I think. Wait, let me
Oh,
check.
six, six, six. Yes, yes,
Yeah,
yes.
yeah. Because she talks about her type and she talked about who was it again? The guy in
It
Die
was
Hard?
it was Bruce Willis and Jean.
Oh, Jean
Uh,
Page or the
no,
Leon the professional guy.
Leon the Professional. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Because of let's maybe American laws, they look like they're actors too much. So we had to
Uh
do some stuff to make them not look like them too much.
Right.
I think I added a unibrow.
Yes.
Yeah, I think
Yeah.
I added unibrows to them so they look funny as fuck. Wait, let me check.
um, I didn't even know of it until Mamon told me, like, oh yeah, we have to make them not look like Jean Reno, and Bruce
that's
Willis.
it. Yeah.
Um, so he added a big fat unibrow on both of them. I was like, oh my god. Um, which is very funny. Very, very funny. Um, but yeah, like, and I guess that's like it's like one of those necessary evil like kind of things because we're not like, oh, vocalizers are changing the vestige of our American and French action heroes. Like, no,
Yeah.
it was a legal reason. Otherwise, the manga couldn't come out. So,
Yeah.
it wasn't like a calculated, uh, you know, gotcha against everyone who was looking forward to Bruce Willis in manga form.
Yeah.
Necessary evil.
Also, in relationship to the Final Fantasy one, they
Mhm.
literally called themselves freaking Cloud and Zack. And he even
Yeah.
Yeah,
said he even added this in his name, freaking One Winged Angel. So you know, the
yeah,
references.
Hmm. Yeah.
yeah.
I enjoyed that
Which is
one.
very
Also,
funny. It
yeah.
it was very funny because actually Mamone pointed it out. I had spelled Zach wrong. I had spelled Zach like with an H instead of a K. Because his Japanese
Uh
name is actually Zaksu, so it's
yeah.
not even like really Zach. But I
Yeah.
spelled it with an H, and then Mamone was like, "Did you mean to have this with a K?" And I'm like, "Oh, yeah, I actually did." Like that would have been. I probably would have caught it later on because I would have like looked at it and like, something looks funny. But he did catch it early on, and I do appreciate that.
A Crisis Core. Ooh, let's go PSP
Yeah.
gaming.
Yeah. No, I do remember seeing on like some online boards back in the day that some people
Yeah.
did name Zach with a H.
Yeah, yeah,
Others
yeah.
did K, and I mean it was English boards as well, like gaming boards, forums and stuff. And but I do remember seeing that interchange, especially I think
Yeah.
especially when uh yeah, I think Crisis Core was about to come out, or was coming out, or it came out, was out in Japan first or something like that, and people did
Yeah.
call Zach that way, and I was like, okay, cool.
Well,
That's
it's
fine.
like the Eris Aerith thing. That
Yeah,
both of them persist in the Square Enix cinematic universe.
yeah.
So it's just a matter of like which one is the more official one, which one has been used more, and which one has been used more
I
recently.
think,
So
yeah, exactly. Yeah, I think we're definitely seeing it now, especially with Eris and Aerith, that like, with the remakes, and they are, since they have all like full audio now, and
yeah,
yeah, we're getting like, this is how it's supposed to be pronounced, and that kind of thing.
yeah, and
Zach already
on
got it
it,
first with Crisis Core, but yeah.
yeah, yeah, and also there was as an aside, like this series actually has a lot of quotes from Final Fantasy in it, um,
Hmm.
because our main character is like a chuny boy, and then like his best friend is like not as chuny, but like is willing to placate to his chuny desires. There's actually a lot of quotes from Final Fantasy in here, and so Final Fantasy translations are really weird, uh, because if you use like the the SNES Ted Woolsey like translations,
Oh yeah, those aren't
or
accurate. Exactly.
as opposed to like the GBA ones, which were a little bit more accurate, and
Yeah,
then like the what is it, the Pixel remaster ones, which
remasters.
have like probably like the most refined of the translations. It was like
Yep.
I think it was like volume 6 or 7. There was like I think it was like from Final Fantasy 5, like the last boss.
Yeah.
Like it would have this like transition attack where it said "Uchu no hosoku ga mirareru," which means the laws of the universe are in chaos. And I think in the original game, like the original SNES version, which was our Final Fantasy 3, or no, our Final
No.
Fantasy 2, and yeah, it was our Final Fantasy
No.
2.
So for you talk about for Final Fantasy 5, like actual 5,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
No, I thought
I
R2, no, R2 was 4. Our
Okay,
US Final Fantasy 2 on the Super NES or whatever was Final Fantasy 4 with Cecil, Kane, all
okay,
that.
okay,
And then
okay. And then
our Final Fantasy 3 in SNES was Final Fantasy 6 with Kefka, Terra, all of that.
was it? Okay.
Mhm.
I remember one of them. Was it really? Let
Yeah.
me- Oh, it's so weird.
I don't think we
Oh, and
got
then
5 until the GBA, I think.
it might have
No, no,
been.
no, the
It might have been
PS1. I think the PS1. With the
PS1. Okay,
with
yeah.
the
There was
anthologies or chronicle, one of them had 5 and
right.
something like that.
What? Well, I just remember one of them had like a really weird translation for it, and then
Mhm.
another one they got the context mixed up, so it read less as a descriptor and more of a piece of dialogue by the boss. So I actually had to
Oh.
I used the one that was like from the Pixel remaster, which was the most accurate.
Yeah.
But then one of the QAers, one of the quality assurance people, was
Mhm.
like, actually, this line should be blah 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 because this is how it was in the old game, and I'm just like, no 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 no, don't use that one.
Yeah.
Like,
Like, I do see where they're coming from with that, but it's like, no, but this is, but the time period that you're using, you're doing this, they're all taking
yeah,
place in Japan, so you're right. The Pixel
yeah.
remaster is the version you should use.
Yeah, yeah. It was the laws of the universe mean nothing. I think that's the one
Mhm.
that's been quoted. That's even like in Dissidia, like and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So, and that was the one that was like the most used, and I think that was from the GBA version
Mhm.
of the game. So, yeah, like stuff like that. Where I try to keep things straight for the most part, and I try to use like the nomenclature that is most recognizable, but at the same time, I want to keep it so that it makes sense within the manga itself as dialogue.
Mhm.
Uh, and it's a big balancing act because with stuff like Final Fantasy and other games like I think Bahamut Lagoon got referenced in like the first volume, and there was like I left a note there, but in the it was so the name of the dragon, the protagonist dragon is called Salamander.
Hmm.
Um, but like for whatever reason, I think someone added an the in front of it, so it sounded like the salamander, like it was like a ship or something.
Hmm.
Uh, and I said, no, you need to erase that because it's like the name of a dragon, not like a ship. And someone, it was one of those mistakes where um, I didn't know what they were talking about because it didn't look like that in my script. So then
Hmm.
when I looked at the lettered page, I was like, oh, that's just wrong. Like, and then I referenced like, and that was like when I like really stressed like using the notes as like a guide when you're editing. You know what I mean?
Yeah, because I'm looking at the translation notes again on in
Yeah,
volume one, and
yeah,
one I think is pretty cool that you had mentioned, they had posted is with Hide for from X Japan, and
yes,
like you put the pronunciation of his name of how how it's supposed to be pronounced, and I that's something with in situations like this, and even when those with translator notes or with
yeah,
different medium or different manga and everything, I don't
mm,
see that like that kind of
mm,
thing, and it's it's helpful. It's very helpful, especially if if of course, if you don't know like X Japan in this case or
yeah,
whatever, like it's you may think if you're kind of maybe dipping your toe into manga or you've kind of mostly hit like the surface level manga, like
mhm,
a lot of the mainstream ones, and you go into ones that have translator notes with stuff like that where it's not
yeah,
hide, it's Hide. And you
right,
may not,
right,
yeah, I think it's very helpful. I'm glad that you put that in there, that pronunciation guide for his name. And I know for some people maybe listening, like, well, how do you not, how do you not know that? Like it's yeah, of course it's Hide, but it's one of those
yeah,
things that depending on your how well versed in Japanese culture or actually no Japanese language, you may not
right,
know that it's Hide. You may think his name it's Hyde, which like
hide,
no.
right,
Hyde technically is Larkon Seal, but it's
yeah,
like yeah, but no, it's Hide from X Japan. So I thought that was really cool that you added in parentheses pronounced Hide Hee, Day, like
right.
or yeah, that's how you did it. Yeah. So I thought that was
Yeah, yeah,
really
yeah.
cool. I just want to like bring call that
Well,
out.
I've actually done that for like most where I feel like a misunderstanding can occur. I'll try
Hmm.
to do stuff like that. There was one. There was a magazine in I think like volume 6 or 7, and it's like in one panel or like two panels, technically speaking. I actually had to look it up and send it to Joel, my editor, just to like tell him like I don't know if you're going to use this, like if you need to like have it translated, but I'm willing to do it because I found a high resolution thing of it, and it's called it's spelled Pati. So I put in parentheses I think like pronounced Pachi Pachi because if you didn't know that, like oh that's potty potty, but it's not. It's called Pachi Pachi. You know what I mean? So I like do stuff like that
Yeah.
where if the reading itself is a little bit more ambiguous or like it uses like some weird romanization thing, I'll do that. I'll like, pronounced blah 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 or something like that.
It's cool, and I do appreciate it.
I aims to please.
At least you have someone here who's reading these translator notes.
Well, I do appreciate. I always feel like I always say like, oh, I'm like doing this for like me and like two other people that even bother to like actually read the manga. You know what
Yeah,
I mean? Like just whatever. But like I do appreciate the fact that people actually look at them. So
yeah. Alerts. I know you had some follow-up
Here's a
questions.
couple of follow-up questions, yes, because now we're getting into the more nitty-gritty. Uh, what about the research process for translating the magic? I know you touched on it a little bit earlier,
yeah.
but
Mhm.
what about the process for translating Magic the Gathering cards and booster packs featured in the manga?
So basically every card is I try to um well first of all we have to follow the English name of the card. So I have to like look up the Japanese name of the card in English, and then I have to compile the name into. Now, usually in my script, I'll put a note that says see notes for card, or cards, like see notes for Diabolic Edict, or see notes for blah 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 blah, and they'll usually be in a separate document called card notes, where I compile each and every card along with an image of them, and a link to either Gatherer or Scryfall. That will be what the letterer will see. And sometimes I'll even put stuff like if there's a big collage of cards, like I think there was one chapter where there was just a big clusterfuck of cards. And I went through and looked at each and every card and put like the appropriate card on top. Like I layered it on top in an image, and then I like put it in my notes so that whoever was editing it, like whoever was like lettering, doing the image replacement, would have a better time. You know, could easily follow which card is which without having to like guess or like look squint real hard. Um, so I just want to make sure that the letterer has like an easier time with that. Um, and the hardest part actually for like cards at least is when like the cards are part of dialogue. There are a few instances where the card name is part of a joke in the dialogue, and I have to like find a way to like fit it in uh,
Hmm.
without it sounding completely awkward. And that's like some of the hardest one. I think like one was like Winter Orb or something like that, and I had to like put that into like a piece of like narration dialogue in one of the chapters, and I can't remember if it was like volume 3 or maybe volume 4 or something like that, where Hajime is talking about like the end of winter into spring or something like that, and they use um, the Japanese for winter orb, which I think is like something like it's almost like winter jewel. So he's like the jewel has melted or something like that, and I had to like retool the dialogue so it like made sense for orb instead of that. So little weird idiosyncrasies like that come into play all the time. If it's too complicated, I'll like cheat and use a translation note at the very end, which I'm allowed to. I have it, so I might as well, right?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
definitely.
And also, like for booster packs, this isn't like a translation thing, but it's more of like a post image processing thing.
Hmm.
Usually the booster packs you have to like kind of find online, kinda. It's a little bit more complicated because there's no real database of like booster pack images, so you just go like sifting around Google Images, and you're like, hey, that kind of looks like it. Is it not in like fucking dog shit quality? Is it like not a JPEG? Is it like I don't know. So like kind of have to like search around. Like I think that's because Japanese booster packs have a different packaging.
Hmm.
Sometimes like with like Japanese text on it. So sometimes if it's just like the Japanese text on there, and it's not like the entire art is like rearranged in some way. Um, I think I don't know. Richmond can probably speak to it better myself than you can just erase it and then like put English text there if you want, or you could just kind of like composite the image over it so it'll kind of line up, so you don't have to replace the entire image, the booster pack image,
Hmm.
because they are composited differently. The booster packs that are in the original manga sometimes are drawn over and then made into a filter, as opposed to just filtered over with like a halftone screen or something like that, like to make them grayscale and
Hmm.
with the dots and whatnot. So could be different.
Okay,
Yeah.
Gotcha.
interesting.
I guess with that kind of leads into like the next question, which is which card slash booster was the easiest for you to translate
Um,
and slash localize, and which one was the most difficult?
which card booster was easiest to translate? the ones that were in English. The few cards that end up in English, those were the easiest to translate because I didn't have to do any research. I just put already in English in my script and sent them on their way. So
Nice.
there's a few of them. Like it doesn't happen often, but like because of the time period, there were a few. And I guess this kind of goes in the history of Magic the Gathering in Japan. Japan is like released in Japan by Wizards of the Coast and also Hobby Japan. And some of the packs, some of the expansions didn't really come out in Japan in Japanese. So a lot of there are a few cards that are actually in English by default because they never came out in Japan, like with a Japanese edition. So that's why some of them will be in English by default. So, fun fact: most of like the extended lore or like books were also released by Hobby Japan, and they were distributed through them, and that's basically how like the Japanese section of Magic the Gathering kind of like gained steam because they were like producing their own version of the game, not through like alpha and beta, but like somewhere in the mid '90s is when they started to release it and stuff like that. So
Gotcha.
yeah,
Okay.
little history lesson.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Mm.
Okay. So Richmond, so I know you kind of spoke about it a little bit earlier, but how is the process for lettering this series different from your process when lettering, other titles, other for, all different titles across, different publishers?
So we can skip with like the retouch, the
Yeah.
lettering, everything. We
Yeah.
can just focus on the cards because that's the most important one. The cards, the booster packs, packs. Okay.
Mhm.
So in volume 6, there's a booster pack called. Let me check it. Let me check.
In volume 6, right?
Yeah, it's volume
Yeah.
6. It's like it's the Warring Kingdoms one, and
Oh,
yeah, yeah,
Portal Three Kingdoms.
yeah, Puerto Rico, yeah, Puerto Rico. So basically, the pack the Japanese pack is different from the English pack. So we had to research. We had to get the English pack, do some magic with it, erase everything, just get the logo, then transfer it to the manga and make it look like it's manga form. So it was a
Yeah.
very agonizing like 2 hours of my day with just that one, with just one pack. So it's like uh so much time and effort, but at least it looks good. I think it
Yeah.
turned out to look good. So yeah.
Yeah. No, it looked great actually. I was
Uh,
thoroughly impressed.
so yeah,
Mhm.
basically that's my whole job is put every English text in the Japanese text. But yeah, there are some cards that are in English, like David said, but they are far too far in between each other.
Mhm.
So yeah, basically erase the Japanese, put the English in, put the effects in, put the other stuff I put in there to make it look like very manga, then convert it to grayscale because everything is in grayscale. So
Mhm.
yeah, a lot of work to do it. But one of the hardest is really the Three Kingdoms one. Then other than that, if they do card combos, that takes a lot of time because it's card combos. There's a lot of cards, lot
Mhm.
of replacing to do. But yeah, that's mostly it.
Okay.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
actually posted a picture of the packs in the chat. If you guys want
oh
to
yeah,
take a
yeah,
look at
Oh,
yeah, yeah.
what
Oh,
he was
yeah, I
yes,
talking
see.
about.
Yeah,
yes.
yeah. It's very
Okay.
different from each other.
Yeah, like they
Oh,
have
That
yeah.
completely different. And I guess for like the people that don't aren't looking at them, basically the American pack is just a solid red color, and it has the title and it has like the image in the middle. But the Japanese version has like a black on the right third of the pack. There's like a black border that has Sangokshi in it in Japanese, and it says like
Mm.
Japanese edition in Japanese as well. So it's like a completely different layout for the card pack, and that's what Richmond had to endure.
Oh,
Wow.
okay. Very
Yeah.
impressive work, I do have
I
to
was just
say.
about to
Yeah.
ask about the grayscale thing. Like, oh no, I see it now. Once YouTube posted these images, I was like, yeah, that's
Yep.
wow, that's seriously impressive. Yeah.
Yeah. So like stuff like that, which Richmond is like the onus falls solely onto Richmond for that. So he didn't mention it because he said he was just going to focus on the cards. But this manga is also the reason why most manga letterers like dropped out of the series
Mhm.
is because this manga is drawn analog, but
Oh.
the tones are done digitally, and you can tell that the tones are done digitally because there's a lot of gradients in the grayscale. So much so that it is like by far the most time-consuming process aside from the cards. And
So
Richmond can
yeah.
explain better than I can if he wants to do that.
But yeah, it's very like messy lines in because it is analog, then very clean, gradient. So it's weird to do, but it's hard. I can't really say but it's hard. I can't explain how hard it is, but believe me, it's hard. It takes a lot of time to do because yeah, it's
So like
just it,
when you said like they're doing, it's analog and digital. So like, yeah, so like the lines and everything, like the character designs and stuff like that, I guess are that's analog. But like when
Mm,
they're doing the, I guess like when they're using the not just like the cards, 'cause I know you said that you're replacing those, but like
yeah.
when they have the stones, for the mana points and stuff, like those the creators added digitally. Is that what you're referring to? As
So like
example?
yeah, so like any gray that you see in the series, like that is used as like a filler for background color or like a background itself, like it'll
Mhm.
just be like varying shades of gray. Usually when you use screen tones, the screen tone will have one set of halftone dots that are specifically made for that piece of screen tone, and then you put it on top of the line art, and then you like scrape away with it with a knife. That's usually how it's done analog sense, like if you were just
Mhm.
doing it on paper. With digital, you have the allowance of not doing that and just like basically getting a flat color and just putting halftones on top of it digitally. But if you put a non-flat color, so say you have like a color that goes from black to gray or a shade of gray, you can make that whole thing a halftone pattern, and therefore it becomes a lot more cantankerous to deal with if you have to like clone the 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 tone in order to
Mhm.
cover up, let's say, like sound effects, right? Because Viz does like full replace.
Yeah.
So if you have to use a half tone that has several different shades in it, it's very hard to clone that specific portion without having to do every single dot individually, and it's like a pain in the neck, especially if you have big sound effects that cover the entire page, which this manga does.
yeah. This manga has a lot of big sound effects, and you can see monsters like freaking jumping other monsters, which is like very hard to redraw,
Yeah,
very hard to retouch because monster designs are weird
yeah,
and they don't behave like human. They don't look like humans. So I have no idea. Sometimes I just scribble shit up. I just scribble shit up. I scribble shit up. Then if it looks good, it looks good. Whoo, let's go.
yeah, yeah. Or you just cover it with the English text. Hopefully, no one notices. Like, oh god,
Hope and pray no one notices.
yeah, no one will see that. Don't worry, that leg was always missing. Don't worry.
And I was gonna also ask
Hmm,
Richmond, like, so same question David got,
hmm.
right? So what card or booster was the easiest to letter, and which one was the most difficult?
What are the hardest and easy? Well, easiest is the English ones as always. You can go easier than that. But yeah, the hardest ones are like the packs or booster boxes that have way too much stuff in them that are in Japanese that have no idea what to do,
Hmm.
because you also have to look up how it looks in the English version and kind of match it so it looks like it.
Yeah.
Those are the hard ones.
Okay. Gotcha.
Oh,
Do you have one off the top of your head as an example?
The one Hajime gave a gift to on Christmas. That was
oh,
a pretty that was a pretty basic one, but you still had to research what to do,
Hmm.
what it looks like, because it's in English. But yeah,
um,
that's
I
that's the one on top of my head.
I was also going to say, yeah, that one. I think it was the gift box one, right?
Hmm.
Anthologies gift box. Yeah. But I was also going to say in volume 4, those Hobby Japan pages that I remember. Do you remember that? So there
Yeah,
were
yeah,
like
yeah,
those
yeah.
the magazine pages
Oh yeah, the
that
magazine, the magazine. Yeah, 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 yeah.
yeah, there was I don't know if you guys know what I'm even talking about, but I'm just gonna
No, I didn't get to volume
uh
4 yet. I have
so
all the way
basic
all of them, but I just haven't. I stopped at 3.
no, I feel you, man. Don't worry about it. But there was basically a page in the manga. This here, and I marked it up. This is actually from a old 1999 Hobby Japan magazine flyer.
Hmm.
Ooh, okay.
And so Richmond had to redraw this in some way, shape,
Wow.
or form.
Jeez.
And so, me being certified crazy, I went on a little search and I asked some of my Japanese friends
Hmm.
who had this magazine, and I asked them to scan it. And so I
What?
did, yeah. So
Wow.
yeah, I asked them to scan it, and I basically, uh, like I did like numbered each element on the page, and then I translated what I could, and then I gave it to Richmond, who then put it in as best as he could. Uh, but yeah, and it turned out I don't have it offhand, but yeah, it turned out looking fine. It was a lot of effort for no reason. I probably, but the way that it was going to be, because I was just going to say like just leave it in Japanese, but they said
Yeah.
like, well, we'd have to erase the text and not leave so much Japanese on there, and I'm just
So
like,
it'd just be
no,
all the
that's
pictures, but in like I guess
yeah,
the background
and it would have been
covers of the.
it would be even worse. It would just be some of it would be translated, but then the rest of it would be erased, like the dates and
Ah.
stuff like that, and like all the very obvious stuff that you can see from a glance. And I didn't want that, so
Yeah.
I decided like, well, if I can just make the whole page in English, then it should be fine. So yeah, I went through the extra steps of having an old head Japanese Magic the Gathering player who had this the specific uh, magazine from 1999 and had this readily available.
And
The
I
depth,
had the trouble to do it everything to do it all.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
I burdened I burdened him with that, and I'm sorry. Oh, there was also an RPG magazine one that I also translated. I think that Richmond also did, which was like a postcard for the entry into the um, Kyoto Grand Prix.
Yeah,
Hmm.
I
And
think I just purge every hard thing in my mind so I don't remember for some
yeah,
reason. It's like I can't remember. I don't want to don't to remember how hard this is, so I'll just purge it from my mind.
no, it's post traumatic stress syndrome. Don't worry about it. You'll get used to it. I know I do. But yeah, so stuff like this is like the reason why we're going to see far less of Richmond in the future if we keep doing this to him. Um, yeah, I just wanted to bring that up because it wasn't like fresh in my memory.
Gotcha. Okay. Yeah. No, it's good to know. Wow. It's honestly just crazy. That and
Yeah.
shout out to your friends in Japan who were able to like get you a copy.
Yeah, I've been abusing my Japanese contacts for stuff like
I
this.
mean, I wouldn't say abusing. I think it's more so utilizing the resources available to get the job done.
That's true. That's true.
Yeah, exactly.
Shout out to all my homies overseas. You're not listening, and you probably can't understand what I'm saying. So it's whatever.
It's okay. It's okay.
yeah.
We'll figure it out. We'll figure it out.
Right.
Yeah. All right, Alerts, you have the next question.
So this one is, again, like we said before, is an interesting one because it does have, a very interesting license attached to it. So for both of you, does Wizard of the Coast affect you in any sort of way when working on the series? So Richmond, let's go ahead and start with you.
So to be quick and easy about it, they don't really do any, they don't have anything to do with lettering, so I have nothing to note. So if it's David, David can go ahead.
Not really
go
for
ahead.
me either. I mean, the most of what Wizards of the Coast does is like once we have the front matter, so like essentially the stuff that's not the manga, like the translation notes, the glossary, like the table of contents and the credits page and stuff like that. There's a credits page. It changes every single volume, so I have to keep on top of that. The blurb for the book. That's usually at the back of the book. The back of the
Right.
book blurb and stuff like that. Once that's all compiled and lettered, laid out like by the designer Michelle, it's sent to approvals from Magic to Wizards of the Coast, and also we have to. I think they also have to send the promo card, which promo card's being included in each volume. Yeah, so like that's pretty much the end of it. I've heard from actually the author himself that the approvals process for Wizards of the Coast in Japan is a little bit more stringent. Like you can't really like show much like too saucy stuff. Like if girls are in swimsuits, they can't be like too salacious because it also be kind of weird because they're also in like middle school, so weird, right? So they are very like
Wait,
stringent.
really? Really?
Yeah. So yeah, they have to be like really
Uh,
stringent about like what they
that,
can and cannot
it's
show.
this is stringent. This is stringent.
Yeah. I mean, like you can show like Mrs. Ito with her giant titties like flopping around in a bathing suit in volume 2. But they try to like keep it so like it's a little bit more towards the children of the series and stuff like that. So that's a little tidbit I learned, like just following Ito Sensei,
Okay.
the author, the writer of the series.
Gotcha. Okay.
I used and abused his blog, his personal blog, where he writes commentary for each and every volume. So very much appreciated that. I learned a ton that I didn't know, like context wise, very good. And he's been very supportive. Him and Yokota Sensei, when English volume went out, the first volume, he messaged me, and so did Yokota Sensei, just to like give me congratulations on Twitter, by the way. And yeah, they were just like they were so pumped, and they were like, thank you and stuff like that. And he's been a great help to me. Sometimes we exchange DMs, and he's willing to give me information that I may not have known, just context wise. Even though I've been pretty good about it so far on my own, sometimes he's just like, I don't even know how you figured that out. And I'm just like, all right, well, I don't know. I'm weird. So
He's just too good.
yeah, sure. Well, good, not crazy. I like that.
Yeah.
So yeah, no. The long story short, Wizards doesn't really. We get to do pretty much what we normally do. I think maybe there was like some snafu with age, like what age bracket the manga was in. I think it was like originally a T manga, but then it like got bumped up to T plus. But I think that's on Viz side, not
Hmm.
Wizards of the Coast side. So I don't think that's really important.
Yeah.
I mean, it's interesting
Okay.
to know, but yeah, like you said, I don't think. Yeah, Wizards probably had no idea.
Yeah, 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 yeah.
Okay, I think for the next question, I mean, Richmond, you kind of touched upon it earlier, uh, about you and David kind of both did around the series having multiple letterers working on it. But and of course, David, you had mentioned one of them being, of course, another friend of the show, Brandon Bovia. So for Richmond, because of that situation and how you came in, like when you came in, you were not here at the start. You were here you came in several volumes in. Were there any like restrictions or limitations that you had applied onto your workflow of the series?
Not really. Most letters are like free to do what they want.
Hmm.
Just not change the main dialogue font. Mostly the main font you can change, but the SFX you can do. But I basically tried to mimic Brandon's style because I thought he did 2 and 3. But
Hmm.
big surprise, it was not. It was not. Many other letters touch it. So
Yeah.
1, 2, 3, 4, the styles are very different, SFX wise. But all the dialogue should be the same, but it's very different because different people touched it. So
Hmm.
nothing really much to note. It's just we have different styles that we do, but we generally just follow the main font, the main style, set on volume 1. So that's like the main uh limitation that we have. But other than that, we can do whatever we want.
Okay. Okay. Quick follow up. I know David had mentioned this earlier, but Richmond, you had I think you work on the even volumes and someone else works on the odds. I might have gotten those reversed, but I thought like you worked on the even, someone else works on the
Yeah.
odds.
I work on all the even volumes.
Okay. So is there any contact or coordination between you and the letterer who works on the odds?
No, not at all.
Mm,
We I basically just talk to David most of the time because I ask for I ask for like extra stuff to, like, if he fucks up a card that is like this supposed to be the first, like the first version of it, then it turns out to be the newer version. Was like, David, is this right?
yeah.
Am I copying the same thing? Yeah.
Oh
But
yeah.
but for the letters, we don't really talk that much. I just talk to David most of the time because I like to bother him.
Gotcha.
Yeah. I mean, that's true.
Okay. All right, cool.
Right. So we're nearing the end. So throughout this whole series, throughout all the trials and tribulations both of you had to go throughout all of this, was there anything in the volume that resonated with you specifically? Let's go ahead and start with Richmond.
It's a coming of an age stage story, but yeah,
Mhm.
I think, if I think about it, I just like that we all have like hobbies, even if you're like the most uh famous one, the most beautiful one, the nerdiest one. If we share the same hobbies, we share a same world. So in that world, we can bond, not not obligated to do to others. So I really like that about this manga. It's like two unexpected people liking something that they like, and and their relationship grows from each other. That's like most of us, because we like manga, we like anime, we like card games, even though card games are shit right now. But yeah, that's what I like about this series, and that is what resonated with me for every volume, because I like this series so much. I like this series very much, so I like every
Mhm.
volume.
Yeah. I mean,
Okay, go ahead.
Mm,
for me, I guess it says like the story of the story I'm proud of. I'm proud of all the story. To be honest, I I think that it's such a simple. series that has like such a lot of I don't want to say nostalgia bait, but it's a like very nostalgic, even if you were not alive during the time it was actually produced. And a lot of the references are just kind of like pitch perfect for the time. He references like Tommy Lee Jones and Will Smith and Black Beans and fucking. It's like it's just all of it is just so good. And it's a really simple story. It's a really simple like coming of age story. Like the fact that the entire story is kind of framed around the end of the world, because and Y2K is like actually a kind of a plot
On the
point
way.
for the
Yeah.
most part. It's pretty cool. It's definitely for olds. I would say it's definitely for the olds, and I'm an old, and I dig it. I dig it a lot, and like some things like that, you know, maybe not for everyone. Some people don't like the slow burn, and this is kind of like a really slow burn manga. But they do. It doesn't even like slow burn because they do kind of like hook up. It's just what happens before and after.
Hmm.
So, I
Yeah.
like it. I like it.
Got you. And then for both these, and I know we kind of touched on it a little bit more, but what's something that you noticed working on the series that the average reader would not pick up on? So, Davis, go ahead and start with you.
Oh, this is really in the woods. It's not really. So there's this card called Herloon Minotaur, right? And here I'll show you an image so you guys get
Okay.
okay. This card, right?
Mhm.
And there is a card in Yu-Gi-Oh. It's called Minotaurus, but it's also called Battle Ox in English. And I want you to look at this.
Oh yeah.
I
Yeah.
noticed this. I was like, oh, that basically they're it's like made the exact same way. Like the art is like in the exact same pose. That was something that I noticed. I think this card is in like volume 6 or 7 or something like that. And when I
Hmm.
when I saw it, I was like, oh, that's interesting. I didn't even realize that that's why that card has that art in the manga. Um, that was something that I don't think anybody would really pick up on unless you're like super dialed in, like me. I mean, if you want anything else that a normal reader wouldn't pick up on, just look at the back of the fucking book. There's a bevy of things that people wouldn't pick up on.
Hey, I got 4 of them. I got just communication, the 2
Yeah.
square soft stuff, and then
Hmm.
I don't know, I forgot the other. Oh, the X Japan. That's all I got.
Yeah. So you didn't get the Kazuyoshi Miura and Tsuyoshi Kitazawa references where they were left off the '98 World Cup team.
Oh
Uh,
heck no.
oh no. Okay,
No,
gotcha.
I didn't get that at all. I saw
Ah,
that in the back when I was
damn.
skimming today, like when we
Yeah.
were looking it up, but I didn't get that at all at the start.
Ah, shame. Uh,
But now we know. Now we know.
now
And
you
knowledge
know.
is power.
That's very true. But yeah, so for mine it would be like check the back of the book for details.
Okay. And what about you, Richmond?
I mean, everything you see that it's in English, it's in Japanese, so most people won't notice that there's Japanese on the layer right below it. So that's just simple and sweet
Okay.
explanation. That's I'll just keep it. I kept it simple and sweet. That's basically it for me.
Okay.
Right.
All right. So our final serious question to both of you is, what would you say to someone who is not a Magic the Gathering fan to convince them to check out Destroy All Humans? Let's start with Richmond.
If you like rom coms, just like peak rom com, it's also a bit of the nostalgia bait, as David said, but it's good nostalgia bait. And yeah, the characters are great. They have great personalities. They have great characters that uh, are very quirky on their own right. I mean, there's freaking Gob, then there's the Ito-san,
Yeah.
then there's the manager. A lot of the cast is very diverse, which is really good.
Hmm.
They all have their time to shine because they duel each other a lot of the time. So yeah, if you want a good rom com, even if you didn't play or know about Magic the Gathering, this is still a great manga for you.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
And
Okay.
David, what about you?
Yeah, I would mirror those sentiments. Like this is essentially like a rom-com with Magic the Gathering framing. Um, sort of like, and I'm going to be plugging this series a lot because I'm already on it. Someone Hurts. That's about radio one-liners, but really it's about the interaction between the two characters, as opposed to just focusing on like the gag element of it. So this is very much a story between a boy and a girl with Magic the Gathering as a framing device, as opposed to just like the main focus. Well, even though it is the main focus, and also the characters are there's a lot of like really fun characters, like Richmond said, like Mr. Gob and Tori, the
Mm-hmm.
manager, and Mrs. Ito. And then later on, there's a bunch of other characters as well. Even Kurushima, his best friend,
Mm-hmm.
uh, his
He was like drawn like Kurosawa, right? He was
Yeah.
inspired by Kurosawa.
I want to say I can't confirm that for sure, but I think so maybe. He's really like he's like it's really subtle, but like not that subtle. But he takes over a bunch of like Harajuku street culture stuff. Like he's really into stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
Like from the way he dresses, and like he has like the baggy Jinko jeans and like the hoodies. You know, he wears like fat boy stuff and shit. It's like he's a really interesting character, and then he's like the only character like early on that has a girlfriend, which is it kind of plays a part because the girlfriend becomes the main character, like a supporting character, I should say,
Mm.
and also like the one French character who always gives us trouble because her French is not right half the time, so have to
Oh, the main
yeah.
font doesn't work with French words, by the way.
Yes,
uh,
the we didn't touch on that, but the main font, and I will not disparage the first letterer, of course, but the main dialogue font is Zudjuice, and Zudjuice is a very strange font. It's a Blambot font, but you can't find it in the Blambot website because he took it down. I'm assuming because he knew that it was a little buggy, and it doesn't really work well with stroke or
It doesn't
so
work
you
with
found the edge
most.
case.
It yeah, it doesn't work with most things.
most things. I'm trying to be
Yeah,
generous here. Okay, Richmond, I'm trying to be very diplomatic. It doesn't
I
work
mean,
with a lot, you know. But yeah, it's a very cantankerous font. Let's say that. Very it's not a, if it were up to me and I had to say, I would have gone with even a wild words, right? Like wild words, or maybe like even a meanwhile, or I'm a fan of meanwhile. I like meanwhile. I don't know
yeah.
about you guys.
We could have stick with the basics, you know.
Yeah. Meanwhile, wild words, even like hush hush, or yeah, I mean, even like Jeff Campbell. Like if you're going crazy, you want like the longest font ever. Um, yeah. I mean, like but my biases aside, yeah, it's a very weird font and has nothing to do with
Gotcha.
the topic I was talking about. So anyway, yeah, this manga is really good.
Mm-hmm.
Very, if you're into 90s subculture stuff, 90s pop culture stuff, highly recommend it. If you're into Magic the Gathering, I highly recommend it. If you're into rom-coms with uber chuny main characters. Yeah, definitely go about picking at least volume one up. What's the harm?
Yeah, exactly. All right.
Yeah.
And that was it.
Right.
That was it for our serious questions. So alerts, you're gonna
Yes,
take it
it
away
is.
with the fun questions.
Yeah, the really super. You thought the other questions were the serious ones? Nah, nah, fuck all that noise. These are the real serious questions. All right, you might get canceled for it. We take no responsibility
Oh
what
no.
happens afterwards. So just answer with your own discretion. All right. So,
Okay, gotcha.
has this series made you more interested in learning about Magic the Gathering, or even if you haven't played it, play Magic the Gathering? Richmond, what about you? Let's go ahead and start with you.
Oh, so I already bought like two starter decks, and I played it with some friends,
Mm,
and we were like, this is slow, by the way."
Yeah.
I,
yep.
but it's the standard format. Not I've never played commander format. I want to, but
Uh,
again, a 2 hour drive away. So I'm like, I want to try, but it's a 2 hour drive away.
Well, if you think that standard is slow, you will be pulling your hair out if you play commander, like full game of commander. uh, because that's like the 2v. Well, it's the 4 player format, where
mm.
decks are 100 cards each, and yeah, it's long. Games can be very long.
Yeah, I imagine because I see people when I was in the area, I saw people play like Magic, and I'm like, holy fudge, that deck is very
Chonker.
thick.
Yeah,
It's
it's a
very thick.
very just
It's a
chonker.
thick
Yeah.
boy. Yeah, it's a thick
Yep.
boy.
Okay.
I have two starter decks. The Avatar one, and wait, is it the Avatar one? But I have the Final
Hmm.
Fantasy one, the
Oh,
one with
okay.
Yeah.
Cloud and
Yeah.
Sephiroth. So yeah.
Hmm.
Oh, okay,
Gosh.
gotcha.
Uh,
And
um,
David?
my relationship with card games is very like weird, because I'll dabble into discourse around it, but I won't actually play it, if that makes any sense. Like I'll
Yeah.
weigh in on like the meta at the time, but I won't actually play, because I feel like if I play, I'm going to get sucked down the rabbit hole, and I won't be able to come back out. So I think the most I did was actually before this. I played a little bit of Magic the Gathering Arena, so I played a little bit of that. I got my fix from that. It was like around the same time I was playing Master Duel, and I just kind of quit. And I would go to one of the discords I frequent and just kind of like check what's in on meta on like for standard, and just marvel at how broken things have gotten.
Yep.
So you know, just oh, okay, it's a mess. Sweet. And then I'll just leave, and I'm just detached. But yeah.
I guess next question is what is your favorite card game? I'll start with you, David.
Oh, geez. I mean, my favorite card game, I guess, is Yu-Gi-Oh, but like, um, I don't know. There's a caveat to every one of them. Like,
Hmm.
my favorite to play was probably Pokemon. Like, I thought that Pokemon was really fun. I guess that's like nostalgia talking. I have very good memories of playing it, and I think the ones that I think the card game that I love, just kind of theory crafting about, is Magic, because the
Hmm.
card pool and the formats are like, you have so many different formats. You can kind of just like pick and choose what you want. And I had really fond memories of playing that back in community college when I was like in my 20s. Just like kind of
Gotcha.
the interactions, and then Yu-Gi-Oh is just like the card game that I was playing like for the longest. So
Hmm.
like, and I have the most history behind, and I have the most to thank, because if it weren't for Yu-Gi-Oh, I probably wouldn't have my job at Viz. So like, different caveats for each and every one, and then of course, the Versus card game from Upper Deck. Uh, No, I'm just
Mhm.
kidding. That I'm kidding on that one.
Okay, gotcha. Richmond, what about you? What's your favorite card game?
If it isn't obvious enough, Yu-Gi-Oh. But I like the art of the Yu-Gi-Oh because it's very different art styles, very different, a lot of art types that you can enjoy, and there's a lot of decks that you can build that are very not standard that can
Hmm.
fuck a lot of people up because they don't know how to read. That's the
Yeah,
number
it's
one
true.
and the number one enemy of Yu-Gi-Oh players
That's
reading.
true. That's true. It's starting to be the bane of Magic the Gathering players as well, because some of their cards are getting a little long too, and
Yeah. I
a
thought
lot
they
of them
hit
are
that
just kind
before Yu-Gi-Oh did, but maybe I was wrong on that.
Yeah,
of not to the egregious extent of some
True.
Yu-Gi-Oh cards.
I mean,
That's
if you show a pendulum deck to a normal TCG player, they'll probably just die inside from the
Yeah,
freaking pendulum deck.
yeah.
I I
I
remember
don't know
back in
how
the
that even
day
works.
with it was Thousand Eyes Restrict, and the card text was so long that they forgot to add a part of the effect on the card.
Oh,
Uh,
really?
yeah, there was a card. It had like everything except for the cannot be destroyed by battle effect, which was left until like the third or fourth reprinting of the card. So
Jeez.
Yu-Gi-Oh has a history of long card effects that no one wants to read, which hasn't been a Magic's problem is that everyone has read the card and they don't know what it does still because the rules change around it.
Yeah.
So it's like how does this work? Like how does this go on the stack? Does this go on the you know? It's confusing. Um,
Yeah.
so yeah.
Okay. All right. Alerts, you have the next one.
Yes, I do. So I guess kind of as a recap for the whole thing, David, you've been here for a hot minute, and then Richmond, this is now your second time here on the podcast. But I just want to know, what did you guys think? Did y'all have fun?
And we talked about TCG, so I had a lot of fun.
It was all right. No, I'm just kidding. Yeah, no, it was fun. No, this was a blast. I thoroughly enjoyed this. I love yapping. A big yapper, like I said,
Yep.
and specifically love yapping about the topics in general. 90s subculture and card games. Always a fun time.
And I mean, hey, this is a perfect episode to do it. But I had a lot of fun because I think
Yeah.
earlier we mentioned about everyone's ages. I think I'm like the only residential Gen Z here, so it was very interesting to learn
Oh,
from
okay.
the meeting of the minds from all three of
Oh.
you. All this cool culture.
Oh, I keep forgetting your age relative to everyone else.
Yep.
Yeah, I'm 26.
It's crazy. I'm 10. I'm literally 10 years older than you. Oh God. Well, thanks for reminding me about my immortality. I do. I do
Yeah,
appreciate the.
yeah,
I appreciate the
absolutely.
welcome. The reminder every now and then. You know.
Oh.
Only on Behind the Manga will you get that sort of treatment. Nowhere else.
Very warm and hospitable here, I have to say.
Well, we
Would you agree,
try.
Richmond? We don't have a gun to your head, so you can be completely honest.
Oh no
And-
no
and-
no no you don't have a gun to my head. I'm probably gonna put one to mine. I'm just kidding.
Can,
That's
can we repeat the question for me? I was drinking.
yeah no.
Okay.
It'll be a chocolate gun. Don't worry about it. It's just a Godiva gun.
If it's
So,
if it's flavored water, you can just shoot me in the mouth if you want.
Yeah. Oh no,
No.
it'll
Yeah,
be filled with delicious Hawaiian punch.
Oh.
fine, punch or alcohol. It's okay. We're allowed to say alcohol on here.
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, we don't have any
Oh.
sponsors.
That's true. Funny aside, speaking of a gun to a mouth, I actually had a hibachi chef.
Mhm.
He was like going around. And this is when we had like a hibachi chef dinner. He went around spritzing people in the mouth with like the little tiny doll thing, like that would squirt like sake out of like the crotchal area. But then
Oh,
he got
that's
to
funny.
me. He got to me and he pulled out a super soaker He was like, "Sake King," and then he blasted my mouth with a stream of sake that was like, it went on forever. It was like he was at like one of those shooting booths, like with the
Yeah.
balloon, like, and you fill it up with water and it just bursts. And then you get like a tchotchke prize or whatever. Like he was basically doing that with my face. It was utterly hilarious. I was never the same again.
Definitely
Anyway.
a memorable experience. No, that was definitely a memorable experience.
Yeah. Anyway.
Yeah.
Richmond, are we warm in hospital here and behind the manga? And again, we don't have a gun to your head, so you can be completely honest and transparent. through the
I'm
whole
very
thing.
honest and transparent right now. But yeah, it was very welcoming. I mean, it's my second time. I wouldn't be here if I didn't have a good time in the first place. So thank you.
Yeah, sure. Of course.
Would you want to come back?
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure. If David's here, I'm
Oh.
only going if David's here. He will yap for me.
Oh, okay.
Oh.
You two are
He's
packing.
gonna-
Got it.
You're just gonna hitch
Gotcha.
your wagon on my tail, huh? I see.
Yes, sir.
Oh.
So for our last question is a reversal. So do either of you have any questions you want to ask us? Doesn't have to be about it could be about anything.
Literally.
Here's
anything.
a good one. What's your favorite card in any TCG or OCG?
Oh. Okay. I got you. I think you'll like this one, Richmond. So, I'm pretty sure you're familiar with and you too, David. Familiar with those lovely flip effect cards in Yu-Gi-Oh. Yeah.
Sure. Yeah.
Yep.
So, there's this one where especially if you are a piece of shit who wants to
Okay.
make everyone's day completely utterly like insufferable.
Okay.
The card is called for those who don't know, the 4-star Ladybug of Doom. What does it do? Well, if you place it face down and some unsuspecting Yu-Gi-Oh player decides to attack your card, you flip it and its flip effect is as follows. Destroy all level 4 monsters your opponent controls. And the reason why it's so annoying as fuck is because in Yu-Gi-Oh, or at least when I played it back when I was in high school, you have to use a lot of 4-star monsters to be able to like set up your launch pad to do all these like different combos and different stuff to do your deck. And if some jackass decided to stack his deck with like a shit ton of these cards, you can't fucking do anything.
Okay. I mean, definitely Playground Yu-Gi-Oh is a different beast, and yeah, that card could be annoying in your local playground.
Yeah.
For sure. Yu-Gi-Oh has evolved past that though. Like it is.
Yeah.
We
We don't do flip cards anymore. It's too freaking slow.
It's
sorry.
too slow. It's unfortunate that it's gotten power crept out. Now we have there's a flip effect monster where it can't be destroyed by battle, and it gains the attack of like one of the monsters on the opponent's side of the field, and it's still considered weak. It's like
Jeez.
Yu-Gi-Oh is like absolutely fucking bonkers. Same with Magic. Magic is also bonkers. But that's a whole different podcast. Shout out to Distraction Makers. Shout out to OG Yu-Gi-Oh! I guess Yugi-tuber Simo. He just recently passed away. Give a shout out to him. He had stage 4 cancer. Just passed away. So sorry to bring the mood down.
Oh no, you're good. That's actually good information.
Oops.
Probably people who did not know about it before listening to this. And now they know.
True.
So,
yeah.
And what's your favorite card? Well, you're answering your question.
Yeah. So for me, I was going to make the joke one saying Chizuru from Weiss Schwartz. No, just
I mean,
no.
that is
No, it's not. I actually don't play Weiss Schwartz, but I just wanted to make that joke since we're talking about card games. I'm like, yeah, the easiest one is pick any anime character from anything and just mention Weiss Schwartz, and there you go.
True. Or Union Arena, I guess.
Oh yeah, that too.
Yeah,
Uh,
that is true.
but
Battle
no,
spirits.
I think for me, old school Yu-Gi-Oh, it's going to be it's such a like such a minor like a such a not minor, but like such a petty reason. Um, it's gonna be the Raigeki. That's like it was
Okay.
like immediately came out and then just banned from tournaments. But the reason for that is I really like the design and especially it being
Okay.
holographic. Like I really like that. It looked really cool.
Um. Cool. God, I don't want to hijack this Magic the Gathering manga podcast to another Yu-Gi-Oh one, but because you brought up Raigeki,
Hmm.
I have to bring this like fun fact up.
Yes.
In the English version of the Yu-Gi-Oh manga, in the duel where Jonochi is possessed by Marek and
Hmm.
he's fighting Yugi, he uses a card against him that kind of looks like Raigeki. It's actually Lightning Vortex, and that's a card that got later made in the official card game.
Mm.
In the English manga, they made it Raigeki instead of Lightning Vortex.
Oh,
It
okay.
was I don't know why. I guess because like the person who was at the time translating it, and I guess the editor didn't know or didn't do any due diligence. So they just kind of assumed Lightning Vortex was Raigeki,
Hmm.
being a completely different card. But yeah, that's totally like that was like the one time in my entire life I'll be able to use that fucking fun fact.
Hey,
Yeah,
that's what this episode's for. So
Yeah,
there
exactly.
you
man,
go.
all about it.
Unless potentially, you ever get put on the Yu-Gi-Oh! Perfect Edition if Viz ever announces it.
Mm.
I've been led by the chain for so many years, and I've just kind of given up hope. But at the same time, I'm still a little hopeful.
Yeah.
In the back of my mind, I'm praying.
Yes.
But
One of
Yeah.
yeah.
these
Praying
Oh,
with you.
it will
oh.
happen in either our lifetime or the next one. Somewhere. We'll have to wait and
I
see.
will. I'll preserve my memory in the AI infrastructure so that you can always have a little generative AI piece of me roaming around the internet.
Yes.
Yes.
Yep. Don't worry about it.
David, do you have a question for us?
Well, when are we just going to have the Yu-Gi-Oh episode so we can like not hijack Magic the Gathering?
Mm, so
We
that
When are
is
we
a
doing the
very good
Yu-Gi-Oh
You can
versus?
question.
you can invite me in that episode. Thank you.
I mean, you
Yeah.
did
Okay, so
initially, David, I think you were going to, we did extend an offer, I think a couple of years
Yeah.
ago for you
Hmm.
to do, I guess you were initially going to have a panel at a con about Yu-Gi-Oh or talk, or you had mentioned
Right.
that you thought about
Right.
it.
Right.
And we were like, hey, we
Right.
can make an episode about it. I mean,
That's
it's,
true.
I guess,
I don't know what
availability.
happened to that. Yeah, I
Yeah.
guess so. Um.
You
Yeah,
said
just
maybe,
all
you said
depends.
you think about it. And I was like, I'm like, okay, cool. Just
I think
whenever.
it's because I think it
And
was
Alerts was
because I
like, that
wanted
means
to.
no.
No, no. I think at the time it was just because I had like so much going on, and I wanted to do some prep for it. Like for this, I did some
Yeah.
prep just to make sure that I wasn't like rusty
You
with my
always had
facts.
something going on, David. Don't lie.
Yeah. Well,
Yeah.
I mean, I try not to. I try to like have some personal time, but you know, on a serious note, yeah, I'd be down for anything like that. You know,
Yeah.
but
We'll
yeah,
probably
that's
connect
that.
about it after. It'll definitely have to be after I guess the con season. I know you said you're gonna be at a
yeah,
couple cons, so
yeah, I'm gonna
there's
be
no
like
rush,
pretty
but
slow.
yeah, we can
Right.
we can
Yeah,
do
yeah,
that
yeah. We can make it. Oh, I have another question. What are you guys playing video game wise?
like right now.
Oh God. Oh
Okay, let me
man.
go
That's a
first because my list is probably shorter than yours, Alerts.
yeah. Go
Yeah.
for it.
So for me right now, I'm like alternating between two games. First one is Crimson Desert, which I have been playing since it launched, and all those patches have been great.
Yes,
Been
they have.
wonderful.
Yes, they have.
Yeah, the game is great. Then other than Crimson Desert, the other one I've been playing is Super Robot Wars or Super Robot Tyson Y.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Nice,
And
nice.
it's been good. I mean, I've been enjoying it as like kind of a surface level mecha fan. It's been, I mean, most of them I know are like the major Gundam ones, of course, Code Geass and things like that. But it's gotten me into learning about some of the classic mecha ones that I didn't really have much experience with, like the Combattler 5 and
Combattler 5.
yeah, and the
Voltus 5, Voltus 5.
Oh,
Have you seen Voltus 5?
I have
Voltus.
not, but
Voltus.
I do have. I bought Anime Ego, Discotech, whichever, I don't know which one of those companies. They did a Blu-ray release of Voltes 5 this past year. I pre-ordered that thing when they first announced it, and yeah, it's sitting here, but I bought that thing just immediately.
Oh, also, it's Combattler V. I wanted to make
Oh,
sure.
is V? Okay.
Yeah, it is, because the theme song is Combattler V. It's that's how I remember it.
Okay,
You
gotcha.
can never tell with these though, like it's either 5 or V or something. It's
Yeah.
you know.
So they have like that one. Then there's like Raiden.
Right in, yeah.
Yeah, and stuff like that. And so having like a lot of the classic ones, seeing them interact with some of the more recent kind of characters I know of, it's been interesting. And then seeing how like and then I think some of them I was aware of, but
Hmm.
I just didn't watch their stuff because a lot of like online negative sentiment about like Majestic Prince, for example. I remember people were just, I
Oh,
remember when that came out and people were just like, oh, whoa. And like they just did not like it.
yeah,
Like people online just were not fans of it. And,
yeah.
but I mean, it's like, oh, it's something now, I might check out because it's like, they were kind of fun, or it seemed kind of fun. But yeah,
Hmm.
like but I've been enjoying that a lot and having the characters interact. Oh,
Hmm.
the other ones that got me really interested, I just remembered, um, Aura Balor Dumbine and Heavy
Ooh,
Metal
Dunbine.
Elgine. Like both of
Ooh,
those,
Elgime.
yeah, like both of those, I was first exposed to it from this game, and I was like, these guys are cool. Their mechs, okay, they're kind of cool. And then I'm like, I think I saw a YouTube video that had at least Elgime on there. I was like, okay, this sounds
Yeah.
really interesting. So yeah, I actually want to watch both of those.
So like those are both in the Tomino universe of
Hmm.
Byston Way, and they're both kind of connected to each other. Um,
Okay.
so yeah. Also, have you heard of the anime Garzy's Wing? It's like a very
Yes.
infamously, it's
Yeah.
infamously
'Cause I saw
bad.
Giga's reaction to it and stuff. Yeah.
Right. That's connected to those series as well.
See, I knew Garzy Wing was connected to Dunbine. I didn't know that Elgine was connected to Dunbine.
Elgime is like Trill C. Like if you ever watch it, you'll be like,
Hmm.
oh, okay. It's also in the Byston Well saga, I guess.
Gotcha.
So,
Okay.
but yeah, what are you playing?
Alerts.
Oh boy, I have too damn much. So I'll go ahead and do like a rapid fire list. So in terms of like brand new releases, I have the new Double Seven game, which is absolutely fantastic. Love
Oh, nice.
IOI with their Hitman series. So I was super excited to see this one. Lego Batman, because it's Lego Batman. Come on now. Like it's classic. I also recently got RoboCop Rogue City Unfinished Business because I really liked the. I was
Oh yeah.
surprised by that one because for fun fact, the devs behind that one were the ones who made that really shitty Rambo game that everyone dogged on, and
Oh, it
then they
was?
somehow, yes, they're the same guys that did that, and they somehow turned around and made RoboCop, the Terminator game that was actually pretty solid, and they're doing a new World of Darkness IP game,
Hmm.
To be
which I'm
fair,
really
the
excited.
Rambo game did come out in like 2012 or something like that. Like
True.
2000. It was like probably not the best era for licensed video games. I think it came out like a
Yeah.
year, the same year as the Rambo movie. So like,
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah, it's
understandable.
kind of Crimson Desert, same thing. Outlast Trials, love Outlast Trials because it's horror. I like horror. I've also been playing a couple indie games as well too. So there's this one called Jutaro, which that one is a top-down like action game set in Scotland. But what's really cool about it is everything in the game itself is hand animated with claymation. So all the attacks, all the enemies, all like the movement and everything is just claymation, which I think is just
Hmm.
really fucking cool.
That's crazy.
I think I
Yeah.
heard of that a long while back. I don't know if it was a Game Awards or something.
Yeah,
I
it's
think I
you
remember seeing that, hearing about that, or seeing the
you were
trailer.
thinking about Clay Fighter. Clay
Oh
Fighter
yeah,
63 and a half.
something like that. Yeah.
yeah.
I'm just kidding.
Yeah. Or
Clay
whatever
Fighter.
what it's called. But I
Yeah.
wouldn't be surprised. Wouldn't be surprised. I also have Pragmata. Love Pragmata.
Okay.
Fantastic. I know Capcom's been on like a hot streak recently, so I've also played Resident Evil 9. They just announced Resident Evil Code Veronica, so I'm super excited for that one. Another indie.
Excuse me, it's it's not it's just Veronica.
My fault. I'm sorry. I'm showing my LARP.
Resident Evil
Resident
Veronica.
Evil. Sorry. Sorry. I'm such a LARPing fan.
Yeah.
I'm not a real
Okay.
Resident Evil fan. Sorry.
Yeah.
Only
Yeah.
played the
You're never gonna make it to nationals, to the Resident Evil nationals. That
Nope.
way.
Nope.
Sorry.
Not me.
It's all good.
They're so hot, by the way, that I bought uh Street Fighter, then immediately refunded it because I freaking suck at 2D fighters.
It's all good. I've been playing fighting games for like 25 years and I still suck, so it's okay.
Yeah, there's a Filipino freaking new fighter. Then there's Stephen. I'm like, I want to play you so bad, but I freaking suck at you. I suck at it.
Oh yeah, it's true. It's okay. They had a Filipino in Tekken, so it's all right.
Josie, you'll probably never be back, but it's been fun.
She was a good representative. She cried a lot and she wore yellow and red. I don't know. Like,
Yellow, red, and blue. Let's go.
yeah, let's go. Filipino pride.
Yeah.
But yeah.
I guess to like round it off a little bit, there's another indie that I played called Detective Instinct Farewell My Beloved. The reason why I like that one is because it reminds me a lot of this very niche super DS game that I think a lot of you might know. Hotel Dusk Room.
Hotel Dusk, I was
200
about to say.
Yes.
Mm.
Yeah, that one. And there's not really many games that capture that sort of like art style and that sort of like feeling until this one came around. I'm like, oh shit. Go ahead and pick it up. And I really like it a lot.
Oh, I didn't know this was on Steam. I thought it was just on
Yes.
Switch.
Yep.
Huh.
And then there you go. Another Capcom game that I really like is Kunitsugami Path of the Goddess. So that one's like a tower defense game, but you can actually control around and set with like different Japanese like folk tale and yokai and shit like that. But the music, the art style, and everything, fantastic. I love it. And then to round out my list of games, because I know I play a lot of games, is called PP Strello and the Cursed Yo-Yo. So if you're a fan of those like top-down Legend of Zelda-esque games, I really like this one a lot. You play as a mouse who has the ability of like different yo-yos and shit like that, and you can like manipulate your yo-yo to do lots of cool stuff. The characters are pretty funny, the story's pretty funny, and the gameplay is actually really solid too.
Check some of these out.
Oh yeah, no, I was telling my friend the other day because I put her onto like my Steam family because her roommate was looking for more like story narrative games, and I threw out like a whole bunch of lists. I think I threw in like 100 in like off the top of my head, and they're like, "What the fuck? You played all these?" I'm like, "Yeah."
Nice. Well, have to keep them in mind.
Hashtag not sponsored, by the way.
Not
Yeah, we're
sponsored.
not
Yeah,
sponsored.
not sponsored by the. Not sponsored by the.
sponsored.
Absolutely
Not
not sponsored.
sponsored. Nope.
Don't imply that.
But
we are.
yeah, I wish, but no, unfortunately not. But with that, I think that is the end of the Behind the Podcast episode. So again, thank you guys so much. Thank you again, David, and thank you again, Richmond, for taking the time out of your super busy schedule to come yap with us for about 3-ish hours to coincidentally talk about your work on just to make sure I got it right, because we want to make sure we
Destroy all humans.
no,
Yeah.
destroy all. No, hold on. You got to get the full.
Yeah, destroy all
the full
humans.
pack.
They cannot
Mhm.
be regenerated. A Magic the Gathering manga.
No, you're missing part of it. You're missing
Oh
part
yeah.
of it.
Part of it.
What's it? Because I don't have the listing up. Is it with a limited edition volume whatever with a limited edition card first printing?
Yes, that's what it
Oh,
is.
yeah.
There you go. So,
I love
you.
how it's like it's there, but it's like mixed case. It's not even like capitalized. It's just sort of like card included in first printing exclamation point. Oh, it's so funny.
Love that.
Oh,
Love that.
yeah.
But
But
yes,
yeah.
no. So thank you again so much. We really enjoy your work on Destroy All Humans That Can't Be Regenerated, a Magic the Gathering manga, limited edition Magic the Gathering card included in the first printing. Really good work, and we both enjoyed it a lot. And I'm really glad we got to come together to coincidentally talk about your work on the series. Is there any socials or any sort of like channels you want to plug so that people can follow you? David, go ahead and go first.
Oh yeah. You can find me on Twitter. I usually just use Twitter. I'm at Shin Hiroko, ShinHoroko. I usually just talk about like work, some of the series that I work on. I've been twittering a lot about Xing a lot about Someone Hurts, the new manga that I'm working on from the Shonen Jump, Weekly Shonen Jump. It's about two kids who are really into radio ogiri, which is like one-liner submissions, and it's very jokey, quippy manga with a lot of heart, very reminiscent of Destroy All Humans. So if you like Destroy All Humans, you should probably check it out. You'll probably like it a lot. And yeah, I'm working on Baki the Grappler and City Hunter, and those are coming out in print. So if you're into the complete opposite of that, if you're into like manly manga about punching people and pissing to avoid being trapped in the tetrahedron, yeah, you're in luck. I work on a bevy of things. So yeah, check me out. Follow me. Please don't at me. Please don't perceive me. But yeah, there you go.
All right.
Alrighty. And Richard, what about yourself?
For me, follow me on Twitter at mamonbread, mamon_bread. And for shoutouts, I like to shout out every letter. Amethyst, Brandon, Joanna, and Nicole.
Oh,
Yeah, thanks to all of them for making this manga with us. Even though we only have some of them for one volume, me and Nicole are taking over the series. Thank you.
yes.
Yes, I guess I'll throw out my whole spiel of random social media accounts you can follow. You can follow me at MangaAlerts on X, Twitter, whatever the fuck it's called now. Whatever. Blue Sky, Threads, and Instagram that I don't use anymore, but it's still there just because someone can take my username. All that other fun stuff, and then you can follow us. Actually, I'll let you do that. Go ahead.
Sure.
Send us off.
Yeah, so you can follow us at Behind the Manga. We're on Twitter at with at Behind the Manga, and also Blue Sky, the same name. Yeah, and and of course Threads and Instagram. Although we don't really use Instagram that much, we're more active on Twitter and Blue Sky. We also have a website, There we post our reviews and any manga news that affects the English manga industry, and also our interviews and stuff. We have some pretty cool interviews, written interviews with some mangaka, some people from the industry as well, like editors and stuff. And yeah, and so make sure to check it out. For myself, you can find me on Twitter with at WinterVenom91, Blue Sky of the same name. And yeah, that's it.
Thank you guys so much for listening to this episode. And real quick, I think we can announce this here, but me and Winter are both going to be boots on the ground at Anime Expo. So it's going to be very interesting for Winter because it's going to be his first time there. And after that, we'll definitely do a recap episode on the whole thing, in which typically I'm the one in the hot seat giving my perspective and my point of view. But this time it's going to be Winter in the hot seat. So stay tuned for that.
I'm looking forward to it. And
Just
with that,
don't punch
yeah.
anybody in line. Just don't punch anybody in the line, please.
Well, that might happen with the Ray Earth panel. The people who are going to be there. So I might be,
I
I
don't know this guy. I mean, anyways, with that being said, I hope you guys have a good night, and we'll catch you in the next one.
All right,
Peace.
see ya.
See you guys.